Regardless of you want to think, I'm just laughing, having a good time. Check what you're doing that for. We laugh and we have a good time too, but we don't enable Nazis.
Yep.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to, what is this, episode 23?
23?
Is it 23
Michael
or
Jordan.
22?
22.
Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah, this is our Michael Jordan
Michael
episode.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan episode
Michael Jordan.
of the Jazz.
Let's go.
JJ, Allen, Matt, the way it always is.
The way it always
How we doing this week? We had a week off.
We're back. You know what I mean? I'm excited.
I ain't
man.
never been happier. We got a special episode this week because, you know, I've been thinking this entire time about how I'm supposed to like poetically spell out what's about to happen over the next 2 hours. But like,
Pure
I
act.
think if I could put it in one sentence, it's
This
none
brand.
of y'all
No
understand
peace.
what freedom of speech is.
This brand, no peace.
Oh, no peace.
No peace. What's about to happen
It's
in
not
the
about to
next
be
2
peace.
hours is no peace.
No peace.
No peace.
Straight chaos.
I hear it mentioned all the time. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences, and the fact that we continuously don't enforce consequences is exactly how we've ended up here.
Yeah, we
This
was
is an episode.
Yeah,
right there.
that was a crazy ass.
So,
J. William J.
Hey, William J.
J. William J.
with that being said, we're gonna get in before we do our fit check. Don't yell at me yet. We basically throughout this entire episode, we're gonna be talking about a lot of people, a lot of events that have happened recently. We got Neon on the Breakfast Club. We got Hulk Hogan passing away. We got Akademiks. 'Cause when is he not doing some fuck? I can't curse yet.
I saw this.
Actually, YouTube, they changed their policy so you can curse in like the first 7 seconds of video now.
Oh,
But I don't recommend it.
I was about to start screaming. No, what you just said about act before you get into anything. I saw this this line Freddie Gibbs said on this new album.
Oh my God.
We gotta talk about
Grab
that.
his titties. I'm like, yo, these wild.
We gotta talk about
So
that.
we're gonna talk
Bro.
about why all that's the case, and then also we have it's not our doom, but it might as well be. We got a response on our last episode from a very important person in the fashion world. Who is that person? Stay tuned for that and get our responses. It's gonna be something.
Yeah.
And finally, we're gonna talk about other fashion stuff. Ralph Lauren is in the news for good reason, and we're gonna talk about all that. And then finally, we're going to move into the big crux of everything: cancel culture, and we're gonna talk about Jubilee as well, because I know there's a lot of people waiting for the take on that. After that, we're gonna get into, we might talk a little bit about clips, because I wanted to update my feelings on the
Yeah,
album,
bro.
but
I
we'll
just
see how that
re-listened to
goes.
it on the way here.
We played
They played
a
B in the
song.
car.
Yeah,
That was my first
I
time
ain't
hearing the
gonna lie.
full song.
Yeah?
I only heard Tyler's verse, and that was the first time hearing it.
Yeah?
Yeah?
What were you
That's
gonna
actually
say?
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it. We
Yeah.
gonna,
We gonna talk about it.
we gonna talk about it.
It's been on repeat since.
It's been on repeat.
It's been on repeat. I'm gonna give it a bit.
It's been on repeat. I
I
didn't think I
was in the shower yesterday.
I've never been
tweaking. I ate trumpets. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. I've never been a big diehard like Pusha fan, but that album has been on repeat. So we'll
That
talk
album
about
makes
it.
me want to listen to another Push album. That other
Yeah,
one that everybody
yeah.
says
I
is
do
really
kinda-
good. Yeah,
I do kind of want to go back in the
I'm not gonna lie.
discography
Yeah.
now.
I kinda
Yeah.
wanna
I
listen to that
heard
one.
POV, and I'm like, damn, I want to.
But we'll get into all that and more, and then we're gonna talk about all that stuff. We do have a comment that we're gonna respond to as well. Comment using hashtag JaamTalks. And before I tell you anything else about what's gonna happen, there's something that you haven't done. We're like 3 minutes maximum into
Wait a
this
minute.
episode, and you haven't done
on our
it.
Michael Jordan episode, and what are they not doing, Allen?
Bro, why aren't y'all sharing this video?
What?
Why aren't y'all sharing this video? I'm looking at you, nigga. Why aren't you sharing this video? I want you to share this video right now. Stop playing.
Yeah, where can they find us, Alan? Where can they find us?
They can find us on Acast, Prime, YouTube, Spotify, iHeart. Help me. Help me.
Pocket Cast.
Pocket Cast.
You already said Prime.
I already said Prime.
Pocket Cast,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Instagram, TikTok,
yeah.
Twitter, Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we don't mention those each week.
Yeah, I mean, the
Good
JaamPod
Spotify.
everywhere,
Spotify?
shorty.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we-
iHeartRadio.
We love our
Oh yeah,
Spotify.
iHeartRadio. Shout out iHeartRadio.
We love our Spotify.
And all of the
Yes, we do.
above.
Shout out y'all.
Bro, I do love Spotify.
Yep.
I be reading y'all comments and everything.
But yeah, we got some stuff. Before we get into everything, like, comment, share, subscribe. It's easy. It costs
easy.
nothing.
Bro,
It's easy.
please.
So we beg of you.
I tell y'all, it's no
We
free labor.
need to eat.
We got a war to fight.
Just going
man.
to tell you.
Before we go further, what we got on this week? Look at these bitches.
Wait, hold on.
format.
Jam format.
Jam format.
We're
What you
going to
feeling?
ignore the amount of times you've seen this hoodie. I like it.
Nigga,
we
fire.
we got the Travis on the feet.
Huh.
You got the baggy jeans. With probably like episode 18 out of 23.
Still fine
Then up
shit.
top, you got the veil. You know what I'm saying? One of my
Veil
favorite
of Doom.
hoodies.
Yeah.
It's champs
Put
under.
the chains out.
Is
Put
it-
the chains out.
Oh my God! When did they
I don't
go?
think the chains been out all episode.
They might have been in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe, shit.
But yeah, we got the chain here, true. You know what I'm saying? Same stack, and then bracelet too.
WW Your boy got
What you
the
feeling, AB?
motherfucking
Look, hold up.
Satch. Satch. Got the no piece shirt.
Yes.
No bullshit.
Got the regular shorts.
You know,
Union ones on the
That
field.
so hard.
You ain't
Five.
always tough.
What, nigga, what's
Chain.
the neck here now?
Ooh, head me. Neck hitting on
That's
that's
piercing.
100,000.
With the piercer doing
What the
200,000 per ear.
Yeah.
So we
Drag.
What we talking?
Drag.
What we talking about? Hold on. What I got on? I got the Supreme Dunks on. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. Like you fuck. Bro, we got the Zara jeans with the unnecessary pockets that I don't use. Nigga, we got the veil.
Twin now. With the veil.
True, they got
Veil.
Hold on, we got a veil, nigga. Hold on, and then
Hold
y'all
on.
see.
Royals.
What are we? Royals.
What a ring at? What a ring at?
So we got.
You got the earring.
Because you know
Hair
what,
out.
bro? Because I make.
I know black, I don't
hair
make
out.
nigga. I know black, I know black.
I know black. I make affordable clothing. I know. I know black.
I ain't gonna lie.
Last but
I
not
ain't
least.
had shit for real.
You bullshit.
What you feeling?
Shit, you know, I got the Louis step.
I ain't got shit for
I ain't
real.
got
No,
Louis.
I had the Louis step.
How much?
I had the. I ain't buy them.
How progressive?
I had the jeans on, regular jeans. I'm gonna fuck these jeans up though. I'm gonna do something
I
to
really
them.
like those jeans.
Nah, I'm gonna put some holes in them.
we
I'm
gonna put
something.
some
You
shit
feel
on
me?
them,
I got the, you know what I'm saying? Wrist on the wrist. I got
Wrist
the
on the
Scorpion T on. I have never listened to a single song.
Stop asking him about Scorpion.
Stop, bro. You know how many people walk up and I like your shirt, dude. I'd be like, thanks, man.
Yeah. Nigga, I would have told him I love that Drake album. Nigga, I would not have known.
I'm like, yeah, you heard Don't Tap That Glass?
I love that Drake album.
Yo, but yeah, I got the, you know what I'm saying? I got the
Dang, you
Oh, my chains wasn't out either.
Yeah.
Tight shit. Had the, you know,
Hold on.
Humble
We
and
feeling colorful.
feeling colorful
Ears on
and
some
shit.
shit.
I gotta get new chains. I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
Damn,
that's why y'all gotta like
Is
the
this
video.
the first is this the second podcast episode or the first one since you cut the?
Oh, wait, is this the first or the second?
This might
It's
be
the first.
might
What
be
the,
the
if I
first.
go on here and the last one was him with the chops, that's crazy.
I think I think I cut it for last episode.
Yeah?
But yeah, I cut
Okay,
the
well,
chops
we still
off.
rock.
I remember.
I cut the chops
Clean
off.
shave.
I got
Wait.
it's because the goatee start coming in. You feel me? So I had to
You
get
did
rid
have
of
it last episode. I remember.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, you
Wait, I
did.
had the chops.
No, oh, sorry.
cut
You
it
did.
off?
You cut it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
cut
don't
it
think
off.
we mentioned it.
Bro,
I don't think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna keep it a minute. I told them here. I'm gonna explain. This is the last thing I'm gonna say real quick.
Let's see.
I told them, I'm like, everybody was like, oh, the chops. Why you cut them? I'm gonna keep it a beam. The reason why they got grown out in the first place is because niggas didn't have money for haircuts. So last winter, they got grown out and then they just what the fuck are we doing? Rock with
One
it, man.
day it was like line them up and it looked nice. I was going back.
Yeah, it
I
looked
seen some of the other
cool.
footage. I was like, damn, this is nice.
Yeah, it looked good.
But
It's not that it don't look good, but it's just like
fucking with
I
it.
like
I mean,
it.
and
It gets to a point, bro. Like I had this shit like here.
It just-
It did not fucking connect.
If
I
it
said,
don't
fuck
connect,
it
it's
all.
like I gotta cut it
don't
off.
connect.
Fuck
It's
it,
like
cut it
at
off.
that point, it's just pubes. You gotta let it go, nigga.
Let's begin before everything with us. We had a week off.
We did.
That week off was spent trying to catch up
hell.
with life in hell and heaven at the same time.
Building the Jaam headquarters.
Man,
True, yeah.
So to those of y'all who don't know, if you haven't seen the post on Instagram, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We us three in particular, pending AB for a few months, but we just completed a move.
We
It
did.
also marked off W.
Make sure y'all clap for us. Clap for us.
Come on.
we just completed a move, and it has been insane. It's been very stressful. The whole moving situation was ridiculous. Oh my
Don't
God.
talk about
Bro,
that. That was like
that's
actually.
slave labor right there.
That was.
Oh God, that was slave labor.
It was so
nigga.
bad, bro. It had this nigga AB. It was a few hours and had this nigga AB looking for movers on the
Yes, nigga, literally. I'm like, I can't do this.
everybody. Like, yeah, no.
Bro,
It was bad.
I was like going because we Here's the problem with us. We're procrastinators. So we waited the last night to pack up our entire house.
Yeah.
So as we're going back and forth downstairs, and I could have swore like it was like 8 a.m. and it had to be like 12. Now we're packing. I'm like, why isn't shit going down,
Yeah,
bro?
we were gonna say abridged version of the story because we could talk about it for hours. We planned to get the U-Haul to move everything ourselves at 7 a.m. and then our move out window was from 8 to 12. We got the U-Haul. We get in it at 7, and we're waiting for them to get us rigged up, and then they closed the bridge because it was a 5K happening. So we couldn't get back.
They didn't close one bridge.
They closed all.
They closed every single bridge, like for like block.
You had
to go all the way down and come all the way back up.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
All the way down to the south side, come all the way back.
And
up.
then one thing they don't know, to top it off, it was raining.
Bro.
Yes.
No, so that day was like 85 to 90 degrees.
Yeah.
We start the day, we go over the bridge, and they close all the bridges. So I got to whip the 20-foot U-Haul through mean Chicago streets. And then we come back, we pack up everything. We miss our window because we take too long to pack because we procrastinate.
I almost whooped the shit out of this white nigga that was talking to me. Bro, this
promise
nigga
y'all.
was about
when
to
I
get...
was picking up the shit, hey. I'm like, yo, what's the word? He said, oh, are you guys almost done? I was like, yeah, just give it about like 30, 40 more minutes. Okay.
Gang.
Nigga was bothering though.
And then he asked you again.
This nigga asked me again. I was about to slap the spit out this.
I don't, bro. I don't.
You see me in this back truck. It's 95 degrees. I'm sweating my ass off. And this nigga, it's going to take you another 10 minutes? I said, bro, I will throw this fucking truck.
Bro,
No, I promise.
Me and Matt
Drive
in
me
the
right
back
now,
of the
nigga.
truck. We are packing. We're
Bullshit.
carrying shit just for him to be like, it's going to take you 10. Like,
He's like,
I don't.
He's like, you really
condone
telling me
violence.
this is going to take you another 10 minutes? I was like,
Yes!
I was like, gang.
Minimum, shut up.
I was like, gang, what's the problem? My
What's
nigga?
the problem?
We can get it.
We can
right
get
now.
in the back
Right-
of
right
this
in-
U-Haul, close the door and run a 30. Both me and him and this nigga.
Right there,
really
turn
did.
all the lights off. You just getting punched from different places. You
get
my mama, nigga. Let him get up.
On some anime
Oh
shit.
God, man.
You ain't gonna see the punches.
What
nigga.
pissed me off too is that like, of course he had to move his shit in. Cool,
Yeah.
nigga. When I go out there and look in his truck, he ain't had shit in there.
He didn't have
didn't
shit
have-
in
so
there.
mind
I'm thinking
okay.
his shit was filled from like
Broke
the back
ass
to
Okay.
nigga.
front.
No, so I get right. I was gonna say the thing that I have an issue with is that like, okay, moving in and moving out are two different scenarios, right? At the end of the
Completely.
day, when you moving in, you gonna be at that building for the rest of the night after you get done putting all your shit inside.
Yeah.
We're moving out, which means we have to be at a completely
different place.
So he parked his little Penske up on the side, copacetic. You know, he just unpacking. I
Lil
didn't see it's a
Penske and
problem.
shit.
And then they got the staff coming down. Yeah, can y'all
About to
move
slash
out
this
can
nigga
y'all-
tires.
Can y'all move out the loading bay? Like we could move.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
just leaving
like,
half
yeah,
my
like,
items in the middle of the
Where
loading bay.
where are we going to go? Like
Yeah.
you
You want
our
our shit out.
Nigga didn't even use the loading bay.
He didn't. Then he sat there like a
3/4 of the
ooh.
time. Yeah. So that whole situation got handled. We got our stuff up out of there, even though we were late. And then it starts raining, and then I'm driving a 20-foot U-Haul down rush hour traffic on Michigan Avenue.
And then we got stuck in lower.
then
And then I
Bro.
hit 9.
Oh my God.
Yo, the reason why I'm going to force us to move on from this topic is because I'll have a conniption on this podcast if I have to talk about how many hairpin turns I had to
In a
pull
20-foot
underground in a
U-Haul.
20-foot
It was
U-Haul.
like actually a 50-50.
No GPS.
I thought this whole bitch was about to like
you
roll
want to know what
off.
happened? Me and this nigga, because he had drove his car to like the actual building. So I'm trying to find out where underground we're supposed to go to unload our stuff. We had to go in, get our property manager. He sat in the U-Haul with me and Alan and was pointing out. All right, so you
Nigga
gotta go
sweaty as hell. Just
Bro,
Nigga.
I was like, nigga, I ain't know that nigga was in that cabin. Like, it was no, bro. It was like 95
Yeah, it
degrees.
was hot
It
as
was
hell.
raining. We had been up since like 12. I know we smelled like purgatory.
I felt so
nigga.
bad for our realtor with us because it's like, bro, I smell like regret.
Yeah,
he,
bro,
and he
I'm
was
already
he was
knowing.
a great sport. He was telling me, to those of y'all who don't know how Chicago's laid out, there's like multiple layers of road on top of each other, and there's lower whacker and there's lower whacker. It's like the joke that everyone makes because there's like 3 levels of road, and we're coming up. And the nigga's like, yeah, so basically you're gonna want to go up this ramp, so you gotta go out and hit a U-turn back. Mind you, I'm in the middle of like traffic in
everybody
downtown Chicago.
honking their horn and shit. I'm like,
I've
man,
never seen
How
this
I
much
didn't
people there.
crash the whip, I
That
don't
is
know.
crazy.
But it ended up being good. Definitely happy with the place we stand at now.
It was by the grace of God.
Amazing.
Yeah.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
By the grace.
Hey, so it was
White
it was,
G's.
It was great. He said,
Okay,
white
bro.
G's. Why is it white?
This nigga said white Jesus.
Man.
Come on, bro.
Man, we can't even break that illusion for y'all yet.
But in actuality, it was
That's not. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Let's episode 40.
it was the guy from the Middle East and shit.
You have to put us on Bible TikTok.
Shit. Oh God, religion episode,
Christian
nigga.
TikTok
Every other
with
comment.
numbers.
Mass unfollowing, nigga.
But besides, besides the move, and obviously we'll get back to ignore these niggas. We'll get back to all the things.
Nigga said we the truth. We the truth. You know what he's talking about. All right.
But yeah, so we're gonna get back to everything that comes with the move. Obviously, over time, it takes us a lot of time to deepen. We've been doing a lot of sitting out the window, reflecting, trying to deal with this life shit.
It's
so-
still boxes everywhere.
Yeah,
It
it's still
is.
boxes everywhere. But thank you guys for the opportunity and getting to
Wow,
get.
we wouldn't be here without y'all,
Wouldn't
so
be
we
here
really
without y'all.
appreciate
So
that.
like, comment, share, subscribe again. Written.
Is there
Appreciate it.
Outside of that, we got some other Chicago events coming up, like Lollapalooza.
Oh
I
God.
love
That's
Blues.
coming
Did
up.
not get a
Bro.
fucking ticket.
Did not.
Did not get a
right
ticket.
now,
So
yeah.
we didn't get no tickets, but I'm like, bro, we can wait like closer and get like a day. And then it was sold out. And then they had the resale shit. That shit was almost $400 for a
Reselling.
day.
Ain't gonna lie, bro.
Not even the whole time. I'm like, bro.
I'm not about to go to Lala. It's a
gonna
bunch.
lie.
First of all, it ain't no black woman. Second of all, it's about to be a whole bunch of drunk ass,
I'm like,
stank ass.
And the thing about
I
that
think-
too, like I hate standing up all the time.
No,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
the main thing about Lala is that I was saying because like I was looking at the park and they're starting to set up everything for like Lala. I'm like, damn, it's been like 90 degrees the past 5 days and not an ounce of shade in that park. Good luck.
That's really
Good
what
luck.
it is.
Boy,
It
good
ain't even. It ain't even the people. I'm bullshitting. It's literally like one. It's $400 to go see one person. I'm gonna see Tyler, and I'm gonna see like Ray Bond, and I'm gonna see like who else going?
Rocky is
Arizona.
headlining.
Yeah, like I was gonna say
other
maybe
day.
well, it
And then
wouldn't be on
Isaiah
the
gonna
same
be
day.
there,
That's
too.
what.
Nah, it's like on Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. It's a completely different day, so I'm not even gonna see them niggas.
You got to pay bread for that one day, and if everyone not performing on a day, well, yeah, $400 to boil.
Yeah, and then it's like you standing in the mud and shit because bro, niggas get so sweaty in them mosh pits and shit that they will start dripping sweat and it will kick up the mud and shit. Like no,
yeah, I've been seeing that.
they did that, bro.
That's
It
what
was
happens
like
every
that
time
at
they.
Sueños. It was like that at
Niggas got trench foot off of
it
that
was-
shit. That is bro.
green.
Gang green.
Chopping toes off.
what's that shit that yo, that
Gout
nigga Allen be
Lollapalooza
saying,
is crazy.
but that nigga Allen be saying like, nigga, I got gout. Nigga, I be crying. Niggas don't say
Dude, I be
shit
like, my
And I
hand
think-
be hurting. My
I think
gout-
I would love to go to Lala because I love the music, but like, yeah, that's the thing is that like you gonna be in a mud hole because
bro.
it's just hot. And I'm like, I was gonna say I feel music as much as anybody else, but I don't know if I'm a mosh type person. If you hit me, I'm crashing.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
You gon-
I
you gon'
keep- I
if you
think
wanna-
about that all the time.
I'm not
bro.
with the-
I'm not with the flail and
No.
shit. No,
No.
bro.
I don't
I
think
will
it'll
hit
happen
you.
there. I think that's more like some summer smash, like
Yeah,
Rolling Loud shit.
like,
I
yeah.
feel like there it's like Becky gonna be like, you want some Molly, but it's like,
Yeah, that.
no, I'm straight. Like, why would I go?
Yeah.
I don't want your Molly, Becky.
You might not get Mollywop, but you'll get offered to buy.
Here it is, bro. Do y'all see?
What are you looking like?
Come on, well, Becky. Becky, what you got right there?
That's
Come
gonna be a
up to
lot
you,
of
open their coat
Becky's
like
here.
this and shit.
Speaking of Tyler, you had mentioned Tyler. Tyler is going to be there, probably performing the new album that he just dropped.
You know I still haven't listened to that.
Don't tap
neither.
the glass. You
In
haven't listened
full,
to it
in
yet?
full, I haven't either.
I've played them. We've
I
both
have-
played them a couple songs. I haven't played you anything, I don't think yet. But yeah, no.
I've heard a decent amount, but
Alright.
That album,
what y'all think
bro,
about it for the people that for y'all too?
That album was really good. I thought it was a really good like dance album because at first I was like, what is he about to make? And then because I remember seeing the dates of July 21st, and I'm like, is he about to drop like a music video and then the whole album? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you on? You just dropped Chromacopia.
Yeah, I was gonna say
True.
it caught me off guard right after Chromacopia, and the thing that I fuck with about the album, which when I heard that people were saying it was bad, I was like, y'all niggas aren't listening to music. Because I feel like for me, I don't think that I placed the album in his catalog. I don't think I know enough about Tyler's catalog to be like, this is his 8th best album. I don't care about that necessarily. I do think that when you told me it was going to be a dance album, I was very nervous. And he definitely did a dance album that was still his style. Like, he's still rapping his ass
was
off.
like the most important thing.
His production is still amazing. He's still singing everything. It felt like a Tyler album. That's what it really did.
I'll Take Care of You was like,
I'll Take Care of You is one of the best songs.
Like, that is like one of the best songs on the album. It's crazy.
I feel like Tyler was in his like his vintage bag.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was very
a lot
remnant of like Cherry Bomb.
Yeah.
It was very remnant. At least the shit I listened to was very remnant of Cherry Bomb. Very remnant like even like Igor in some ways.
Yeah,
like,
some
like
ways.
those instruments and the voice, like the way he used like the vocalization and shit like that. So it was definitely vintage him.
Especially with like the chords, it reminds me a lot of like Cherry Bomb and of like that mix of that new style. But what you had said of like people like trashing on it, I think that's like a whole deep issue we're not even gonna get into. But like niggas just be, and it goes back to the Clips and Jack boys. You're too deep in.
Yeah.
Enjoy the music. Why are you okay?
Enjoy that
Well,
shit, man.
that's like no. It's a completely. It's like Untitled for Kendrick. You can't compare it, but you're not gonna say it's ass.
And that's what
Very
I was gonna
different,
also
bro.
say. I remember I made the point last episode when we had talked about it that I go to different artists for different things, and I think to show that a nigga like Clips, Pusha T, and Malice were both in the music video for what was it, Stop Playing With Me? From Tyler, the Creator, he was there. Braun was in that music video too. And I'm like, that is kind of represented where like the soul of hip hop, I guess, has shifted, especially post like Kendrick beef. And that nigga Tyler made a dance album that wasn't too heavily substantive. It was still like fire, just kind of like how GNX was. Yeah, people can do both. That's what that was my biggest problem, is that like y'all act like an album like Jack Boys is like you can't listen to this shit. I'm like, yeah, it's not let God sort him out, but it also doesn't need to be in the same way that Tyler doesn't need to drop fucking Call Me If You Get Lost every fucking time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he doesn't, and I still
missed
fuck
that.
with it. Yeah,
I missed that.
yeah, I do. that album
It
was
gets
amazing.
fast. I mean, one person who can do it, he's sitting right there.
I was gonna say, there's only one nigga.
There's
that
only
can do it.
one.
Able.
Do we want to talk about y'all have a segment about Hulk?
We do.
We
We
don't
gotta
gotta
talk about Hulk.
We can get him next, but
We can get that nigga now. You know what we should replace him with?
What?
Quick off the dome, Sydney Sweeney.
oh yeah, I was gonna
Sydney
write
Sweeney
down
has
that.
great-
I completely forgot to.
I
Sydney
forgot.
Sweeney has great jeans.
Okay. So did y'all see the advertisement? I'm so happy we're talking about
These
this.
jeans are from my white and blonde
Oh, the
ancestors.
okay.
Jeans.
So, do you want to know what I found out about that? Apparently, Sydney Sweeney's family is Trump supporters, right?
Oh.
I found out apparently her immediate family is like.
Are
Trump.
they?
Yeah, I can Google it again in a second.
Google
but
that
I've seen
motherfucker.
multiple reports that
I wouldn't put it
immediate
past
family-
her.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
So
put it
She
past
looked like
Why,
that.
come on.
Yeah, why you want mine? Why you want mine?
So basically, to people who don't know what we're talking about, so Sydney Sweeney recently just had a campaign with American Eagle jeans, and they released a ad the other day where
Sleek like my blonde
ba-
hair.
My blue eyes.
she's laying there basically like
Blue, the
no
color of
clothing
my
on,
genetically
besides the-
blue eyes.
Yeah, and she says this line about
Fuck
how
this lady, man.
she says this line about like jeans are passed down from families and everything, and my jeans are blue, and American Eagles blue jeans. And then there were two reactions to it. There were people who have not taken time to think about anything, being like, "Oh my God, y'all
Taking
are
it face
woke
That's
now."
what I was gonna say.
Last
What do y'all think about people that say like, "Oh, you soft" type shit?
I think and we're gonna get into the broader conversation because we're gonna talk about how we're here today. I feel like my initial response was to want to understand it, because it's always, I feel like it's hard sometimes to fight that instinctual reaction of being like, oh, y'all making a big deal out of nothing, which I feel like that's just the hater in most niggas. But like when you actually take a step back, what just happened in front of your face?
Because I literally, when I first seen the ad, I'm like, I was hearing her talk. I'm like, that's kind of a weird way to.
I got a weird vibe the
analyze
first
that.
time
I'm
I heard
like,
it. I was
huh?
like, yeah. But the thing that I feel like everyone's missing about it is that like, as much as it might feel like, I'm not gonna allow you niggas to win the war of the word woke, to be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a bad thing to be aware of what the fuck's happening around you. You're dumb as hell if you don't know how commercials are produced. I think the line of it being, oh, it's just an honest mistake, but it was kind of,
Honest mistake.
No.
Hell no.
No.
That's
Do you know what a
intentional.
marketing campaign
They,
is?
know how many-
mind you, these are $billion companies. We're bullshit.
Yeah,
And
mind
mind
you,
you,
It's not like they're
even know,
walking
like-
into the studio like, "Hi guys, we're gonna do some shit today." No, nigga, they know
No,
everything,
that's
every
true.
word
And
they're going to
then
do.
on top of it, I saw this one video and he put in perspective. He was like, bro, like Think about how many meetings they had to go through to really get that say.
And you want to know how I know that they know that? Because these are the same niggas that burned their Nikes when Colin Kaepernick was on Nike. Y'all were so adamant about how you know Nike's making this overtly political statement and this standing up against police brutality.
So this is the thing.
But this is we need to burn this shit. We need to boycott this shit because they know what they're doing. American Eagle has no idea what they were doing.
So this is the thing. I was gonna say, right? To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. My immediate thoughts when I saw the video was just like, she bad, and it was like, I was like, she bad, and I was like, jeans. You know what I mean? I ain't tweak over it. And then we talked about it, and I watched it a few more times. I'm like, okay, no, that's definitely a little weird. But the thing I want to point out and say is, would we be still having this conversation if it was a different woman in there? Hint, hint, wink, wink. If it was a different type of woman, and we always see it, you see, they will get people like Beyonce for Levi's and shit like that, but they've never once made no commercial like that.
If they put a black woman
there,
the commercial doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
What do you mean my jeans are blue?
It doesn't make sense, and everybody's in uproar because what are you talking about? Yeah,
it's the blonde hair.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
Okay,
so it's like you have to look at it and be like,
from a realistic perspective, because this is some people might not be sold on XYZ. Okay, well and I know because this is the same thing when it comes to political ad work. When you have a certain amount of time, say 30 seconds, you have to squeeze every ounce of value out of those 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You cannot dilly-dally. You cannot waste words. You cannot XYZ. So every word that she's going to say in that is intentional. I seen someone bring it back to like, it's a recession indicator because there's historical trends of whenever it's going to shit for everyone else, they make sure they bring out the billboards with the white families and like, y'all are doing okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the American way, like that classic one of them in the car, like from the 1950s or whatever. It's just a whole white family in the car smiling. Mind you, people are in bread lines. So there's a lot of shit going to shit. The Constitution's going to shit. Trump and them is going to shit. White nationalists are on Jubilee. And Sydney Sweeney is sitting here talking about my jeans are blue and these are the good jeans.
It's a dog whistle. There's a dog whistle.
It is. And
it's a dog whistle.
Of course, it's Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Because if you even seen like the way they even been marketing her has been a little odd.
For years at this point, it's been odd.
And we've talked about on this podcast before, people like, not Sydney Sweeney, Sabrina Carpenter. Who... People like Sydney Sweeney and Sabrina Carpenter's sexuality is marketed, and that's not a different thing for women, obviously. Like, their sexuality gets sold all the fucking time. Right. But when Sexy Red does it, she's dooming a whole demographic of people. That's the thing, is that y'all are not...
Sweeney does it, it's fucking,
it's
she
innocent
bad,
marketing.
she innocent,
it's
all types of
marketing.
I'll buy the jeans.
Bro, they literally...
I'll buy the jeans. No. Like,
they literally
like... Stand up, nigga. Wipe your eyes, nigga. Like, God,
stop being so soft. Like, bro, you like... I really want to know what the fuck they were talking about in these meetings to be like, yo, that's valid.
They know what it was.
American Eagle's target audience is that, like,
it's that. So they want you to feel, especially with the whole, bro, and we're going to talk about it eventually, not today. The whole, like, the shit that happened in Jubilee. Actually, we are going to talk about it. The white genocide shit.
It's
that whole thing where it's like JJess said, they have to remind these people, even though they're a fucking majority, they have to remind you that we value you, we love you, you're okay, even though you can't fucking afford eggs. We're taking bread from you, can't afford eggs, but you're good, you're white. Bullshit.
So I should give you a good message on where the country is messaging wise. Stop acting like these niggas who have way more money, resources, and influence than you
don't know what the fuck
are
they're doing.
Innocently out here not
we
making.
Just put these pair of jeans on the screen, bro.
They got billions of dollars on the line. Y'all understand that when it comes to like teams. Oh, they got to trade. It's a business.
Oh, the WWE can't get paid because it's a business.
I want to vote for Trump. You got to run the country like a business. But then a business does the business thing, and oh my God, they could never do that.
Nah, y'all.
I don't know why are people acting surprised. Don't be soft.
For sure.
Yeah, stand on it. Stop. Come on, we're in this era. We're gonna talk about what the era we're in. Y'all need to stand on it. This is not an accident. We can see why. The final thing, it's been about 25 minutes, but before we get into the real world, there's one more anecdote we wanted to bring up, which was Luca.
Luca. Bro, on the cover of Men's Health looking fucking crazy.
They just showed me a picture of this nigga, bro.
Nuts.
That's crazy.
I got into an argument. I don't know about Luca MVP, but I got into an argument. That nigga Shay.
He's flowing.
I'm just flowing.
Unconscious.
Unconscious flowing, nigga. That nigga Luca, bro, I had people debating me about like whether Luca is gonna be like the team captain and shit like that because obviously Bron and he still has people there. If you think for 5 seconds that Magic Johnson, all them niggas, they got Luca. They saw this nigga at damn near 300 pounds, and you think they said, yo, gang, we want you to slim down just so you can pass the ball to DeAndre fucking Ayton.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. You know, bro, actually, we gonna trade you from your hometown team just to come here and pass the ball to Bron, who finna retire. Oh, actually, DeAndre Ayton, I'm gonna pass you.
And AR-15. No disrespect to AR. DeAndre Ayton. No disrespect to AR. What the fuck are we talking
What are we talking
We got a
about,
41-year-old. We got a 41-year-old nigga. His son is there, and then we got fucking AR-15.
Luca's
the
your
nigga.
core.
Like, what are we talking about?
Talking about like
He's going to
around
drop 32. He's going to average 32.
He will take you to the playoffs, if anyone else.
Yeah.
He will
Keep it
be
in.
one.
If
we're
Luke,
talking like the best player on the Mavericks, and then nigga just casted him away.
mind you,
think he gonna just
and he looks the best. He looks the
best I've
best
ever
he's
seen.
ever been. He looked better than when he
Insane,
came
bro.
into the
Put up a
fucking league.
picture, but like, yeah, he actually looks ripped. I ain't
Nigga
never
He
seen
looks
swole.
ridiculous.
And then
So-
we gotta
fit.
talk about like the vendetta he got, bro.
Yeah, also
Yeah.
it's his revenge season.
Oh, he about to go great.
Like, he has a whole year now where he's been acclimated to LA. He done, like, you know what I mean? He knows all the training staff. He know everybody at this point. He been working out in LA. He been living in LA.
It's Luca Doncic.
He's
how much you think he gonna drop first game? 35.
First game,
Over under
they like
35.
starting slow. I'm gonna give him
Yeah,
28
I don't
first
think
game.
Luca gonna drop 40 points until the last week.
I'm gonna give
way they
him
started
28
shit.
first game, but I promise you, I think Luca will average 30 this season. I actually do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a bit.
Yeah. I
think
If he
if-
can
I think-
stay healthy, I think he averages 30 this
They
season.
need him
like
healthy.
half year.
They need him healthy.
They're gonna go far.
Yeah,
I don't.
if he's healthy, they're gonna go far.
And then I've been seeing a lot of shit of like people have been saying it's like bullshit because like mainly like on a lot of preseasons they be like, oh, he's conditioned, he's well, but I'm like, bro, this is different. Like he got traded from his hometown team. They
Different.
already got knocked out the playoffs. You want a whole, you have something to prove.
You got something to
Why
prove.
would
Yeah.
he be bullshitting, bro? He's not gonna just facilitate the ball.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's a hunger that I feel like the Jaam can sympathize with.
Hell
You know, we be trying to. I feel like we trying to put our best foot out there, and we try to like provide a different perspective to the world all the time. The thing with that, and the thing that Luca's experiences last year when niggas been bullshitting him, is that there are a lot of people who aren't always ready. You know, for you to be shining, doing your best, putting your best foot forward.
For sure.
And sometimes if you're a little bit too loud about something, you piss the right people off.
Might piss
So,
the right people off.
Good trouble, like John Lewis said. Basically, what happened was the other day, Alan. I want to get into the good trouble that we got into off the clip that we made from the Jaam when we were talking about Jerry Lorenzo.
I want to let you get it all out there. Leave it all out on the field today.
Leave it out on the field.
Leave it all.
Before I even get into it, first off, transition of hell. I don't think
Of hell,
And we
man.
gotta talk about this after how
No.
you do this shit, cause oh my god,
Off
it's
the
crazy.
dome.
Off the
Triple
dome.
with these
dome.
fucking
Nigga, it's
transition,
wild. Give him a
God.
grand. Let's give, okay, so last episode, if y'all don't know, I talked about Jerry Lorenzo on his new Fear of God collection. And it was a messaging of the civil rights and everything. And the problem I had with it was a shirt that was $250 and a $500 hoodie.
Yes.
And for the civil rights. And it
Yeah.
was like not like the craziest thing. It was screen printed t-shirt, screen printed hoodie. It's not a lot.
450 GSM.
Oh, we bringing up the weight.
Yeah, nah, because I want to know. We know,
We
nigga.
get that. Yeah,
What the fuck
so
you talking about?
I called it
it's
out.
those people who might not fully understand, the shirt basically had like the "Don't buy where you can't work," the slogans that they had on signs during the civil rights movement in the '60s and everything. Yeah. So we had started off by talking about like Jerry Lorenzo has done a lot of like black activism in his time, so it's cool, like respect the dude, but also $250 for a shirt, which is more expensive than the people who your message is supposed to be representing could even afford at that time using the message like during the
That
civil rights
they're
movement.
that they were saying.
That's a little bit like tone deaf, and
Kinda
it
tone deaf.
kind of dilutes your message, right?
It
So-
does.
So what happened?
And we were talking about it, right? So then I just wake up in our new apartment on a fateful morning.
You got the bird. That's exactly what I was thinking.
the spring music.
So then I'm gonna just go in like, cause y'all just need to know the context, bro. So then I go in the bathroom, I'm chilling, I'm vibing, like I'm having the time. So then I check the group chat, and our producer sends us this screenshot, and he was like, "Lol." So I'm like, hold on, I see Jerry Lorenzo had put out a statement. At first, I was like, oh, he might have just put out a statement because he's getting a lot
I'm
of
thinking,
shit.
yeah,
for
I'm
this.
like,
Yeah.
oh, it's
I'm
like
like,
on
there's
his
no way.
post or something like
It was.
that.
We are not the people who made up this take. People on the post of the launch of these shirts were making the exact same argument we were making.
So I'm reading it, and I'm like,
Wait a minute.
Is this nigga talking about me? I'm like, let me check the Jaam, right? So then I get on my phone, I'm scavenging all types of shit. I go on the Jaam, I look in the comments. I don't see his comment first. I see someone comment like about it and defending him. And I saw he had liked it in reply. So I'm like, oh,
Is Jerry Lorenzo the fucking...
At first, I'll be honest, I'm fanboying. I'm holy shit. Jerry Lorenzo is commenting on our shit.
Let's keep it real too. I fuck with Fear of God. Like,
Yeah, we all fuck with Fear of God.
in
We
some
literally
Fear of
said we
God
fuck with
on
Fear
this
of
show.
God.
Before, in the future,
y'all
you will
probably
see me in
didn't see me in it, but like the other day,
Yeah,
I
he
was
was-
wearing my Essentials joggers
Yeah,
that
he
I
was.
bought.
And I saw him the other day and I was like, damn, I gotta get some essentials.
They're comfortable.
We literally,
comfortable.
we said we fuck with Fear of
we've
God.
literally ordered it before. And
Yeah,
we
we
said we
have.
fucked with it. So
I sought it
seeing-
out to buy it because I think it looks nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so seeing the comment, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I already know what's
Now
gonna
we're in a
happen.
predicament.
So I'm gonna read y'all this comment.
Yeah.
So from Jerry Lorenzo, our perception of value and who creates aspiration is a work in progress. That remains clear. ... Sadly, how we see ourselves remain unclear. The intention of this t-shirt is in the message. You don't have to buy it to support it. The love and the detail of this tee is in the craft. The price is a reflection of the cost. If you don't understand it or appreciate it, that's cool. I would encourage you not to buy it. But what you have to say about it will always say more about you. Gucci has tees on sale for $250, by the way. Oh, and curious, why couldn't you work for @Fear of God? You don't have to be overqualified here. Have a blessed one, young brothers.
before we start, right? The clip that we put out, it didn't really grasp the entirety of what we were talking about.
For sure.
But even then, to bring up
Crazy.
Gucci bandana.
Let's start.
I read the comment.
Yeah.
And automatically what I can think about, you already know. Jerry, you not hearing.
Jerry.
You not
Jerry,
hearing.
Bro, with
You
all
not
due respect,
hearing me.
you not hearing.
You not hearing.
As that
So-
nigga Giveon said.
you
not
Oh,
hearing me.
you not
Okay.
hearing.
Let's start at level 1.
Mhm.
Yes, how we look at ourselves and how we determine value for clothing and messaging or whatever does still have a long way to go. Cool. That's a statement that everybody can agree with.
Yep.
My issue begins with first. Let's talk about bringing up Gucci.
Right.
The problem that we had was that when making the argument that as somebody like Jerry Lorenzo, who's done black advocacy work, you understand more than most brands what the impact on your community will be, what you're trying to do. Obviously, you know something about the civil rights movement or else you wouldn't even put the fucking messaging on the shirt. You obviously know. So how do you not know that Gucci has been called out specifically, even if you don't know us for real? We've done it multiple times, calling out
3 times.
Gucci. 3 times, I'm
Most
pretty
of the
sure.
exact.
For the rampant racism that is at Gucci. I don't think that as somebody who's dropping a civil rights messaging on a t-shirt, you should be saying, yeah, this is okay because Gucci,
Got
the
a
notably
shirt
racist
on
niggas,
sale for
are
$250. Like,
selling
we're
a
gonna
shirt
buy
for the
it.
same. That actually
scarf.
hurts your argument.
New scarf, the scarf with the blackface, and the design team are all things we've talked about on this podcast in the last few months. That's 3 things. There's probably much more things
That
well,
incorporated
and Dapper
Gucci.
Dan. 4 things. I'm bullshitting.
Dapper Dan
Yeah.
was
I
one of our
want
biggest
to,
segments.
because I know you didn't see the full video. You only saw the clip. So the main, not even the main thing. I want to start with this. I said in the last video, that I have no problem with y'all want to put y'all price on shit.
Right.
I don't care when it comes to selling it. That's the reason high fashion is a thing. It's because you decide who can get it.
Yeah.
And that's up to you. And which I had no problem with it. The problem I have that you're not understanding is
You're
the
not
fact of, like,
hearing.
you're not hearing me. Is the fact is that you have a message like that, and what it's catering to is people that can't afford it. And I understand that it's a work in progress to how we value certain things. But if you have a message like that, especially so important to people of your own, and you understand and you've been an advocate for black problems your entire career, it dilutes the message because you're, in my opinion, you're saying only people with this price tag can get this rather than the people you're catering to with that message.
And he says,
that's the problem.
And he mentions support. He says, "Oh, you can support something without buying it."
That's not true.
Yes, to an extent, like
when you're
you
selling,
didn't make the
I can
shirt
like a picture.
to not buy
exactly.
it. Yeah.
People are gonna buy it regardless. People are gonna you're gonna make money off it regardless. So it's noble to say you can support it without buying it, but it's also then you're about to collect your bag of $1 million at once. People that can't afford it buy it.
Yeah.
You're gonna bank the entire thing. And like we said, even if you take that revenue and you donate 10% of it to like a charity organization that focuses on black issues or something like that, or even if you take that like 50,000 or any amount, any price, anything, and you say, yeah, we're gonna donate this to this, or we're gonna invest into this community. That then I can hear the whole like, oh, you don't gotta buy it to support it if you can afford it. You can. Then I'm hearing that. You put a message on the shirt, you did an Instagram post about it, and then that's it. That's like
it. And then on top of it, bro, going back to what it is, you can't, at the same time, you could be like, hey, you can support it, but you know what your intention was with selling a product.
What is the difference between a white designer putting the same thing on a shirt and him doing it? You would look at that motherfucker and be like, damn, that you just profited on. That's the problem.
And the problem I had with it, why it's a very bad form of capitalism that most people don't realize, because if a white person does it, you're like, okay, well then like you're using us as a commodity for our issues. But when you do it, it's worse because you understand our issues. You're a double agent because you're playing their game to sell a product.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No matter if that was your intention, that's what it is.
The point that I want to hammer home about the capitalism piece is that like, it's so annoying because so many people get turned off from the conversation, but we need to understand what levels of reality we're operating on here, where Jerry Lorenzo is defending the decision to make a shirt with a screen printed civil rights message on it, $250. You're talking about the craftsmanship, the price reflects the cost. We know that that's not the case with clothing manufacturers. Stop acting like we're stupid. The second thing, though, is that one of the justifications that he ends up trying to use, and one of his defenses for himself, is that line where he talks about, oh, if you don't understand it or if you don't get it, then that's completely fine. I'd encourage you not to buy it.
There's a lot of
the capitalism soup is so fucking like dangerous for people because it'll get a nigga talking out the side of his neck who's a billionaire pretty much saying, oh, I completely get if you don't understand the message of the civil rights shirt.
About his own culture,
Given what? And even I can't even speak for y'all because y'all are newer to like the political side or whatever.
Yeah.
I can only speak for me. That's outrageous.
That's not.
Yeah. That's outrageous.
And I don't know everything there is to know, but I do know that, I'm pretty sure a reasonable take is that your shirt does not have to be $250 for you to spread your message effectively. There's not an argument that you're going to make that's going to say, yes, concretely, without a shadow of a doubt, this needed to be here, because the same person in the same brand outputs clothing at a different, more cheap price range. And all you have to do when it comes to narrative, if you didn't want to devalue it by dropping the price on this one, is just create the narrative. I dropped the price specifically because I want people to engage with this. I want people to buy it. And that will make it so that the idea of the shirt and the message is actually more pertinent in the mind of the people who purchase the shirt.
Yeah.
You acting like niggas have no idea how the fuck this works.
Do you know
this
how
nigga
many
make
niggas?
clothes.
I was gonna say.
Make clothes.
I was gonna say.
It's not like we don't know about the manufacturing.
You want to talk about clothing with a message on it? It's such a Hall of Fame miss from Jerry Lorenzo because this damn shirt has been in the background of 99% of episodes.
Yeah.
What was your experience making that shirt?
With that, I explained it on previous episodes, essentially about the misconception of freedom. And on the shirt, it's George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, all on the bird, because it's just it's America promotes the idea of freedom when it's really not, and those are victims of it. And when I made that shirt, I knew I couldn't put it at even though it was an expensive shirt to make, I knew I couldn't put it at no ridiculous price, because to me that's not ethical when I am like almost making a profit off of tragedy, off of things, and I'm promoting this to people who have faced that every single day.
Yeah.
So I knew if I put that out, I'm not going to put this bitch for $150 and take all the profit. I literally had a conversation with my mom when we first even started doing it. I'm like, yo, if I put this at a certain price range, I have to donate some of the proceeds. Not just saying this because of what you said. No, I'm saying it as in like, It's real shit. That shirt cost me probably like 20 something to make, damn near 30, and I sold it for 50. Because, bro, I knew, even as an up-and-coming brand, I knew there was some people that would buy it. But it's like, bro, I know morally I can't put this at $100.
And I was gonna say, did your dad buy one of them, or he ended up getting a shirt through some way?
What you mean?
A Freedom shirt.
Yeah, my mom bought 2 of them.
And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, your mom and your dad are kind of like, if I wanted to see people like wearing a shirt like that, your dad, we talked about, like Cabrini Green is a rough neighborhood, and he is a nigga who came from that. And I will see him when we go over there sometimes wearing that shirt, and it's super cool. How in the fuck do you rationalize making a nigga like that pay like $200?
You can't.
For that.
You can't,
And it's
bro.
not like no thought has gone
Especially
into this
if you talk to this person like
Yes.
face to face as well. Like, it's cool to be a billionaire and be in the comment section, right? It's another thing to be in front of these communities and you wouldn't be able to look a community in their face and tell them that shit, like, to their face.
Yeah, and you were able to make that calculation before you had the money, the resources, and the comfortability to make that decision.
We're not
keep adding on.
keep going.
You said a really important thing of like how his dad got that. And you can't rationalize to him why you should be spending $250 on a civil rights shirt when you can print it on yourself and you can have the same message. You can't, in a comment, being like, if you don't understand it, don't get it, when what you're doing is diluting the message for everyone. And then on top of it, bro, let's be real, I did not fuck with the Gucci statement. I didn't like that Gucci statement. The reason why I didn't like it is because don't use a racist house when we all know to backpedal on your actions, bro.
Yeah.
You know, as
a grown man, bro, you got to take that shit on the chin. And I think we could, no disrespect, but we could tell that he was flustered. Yeah, we could tell that you was commenting kind of just straight out of emotion and not actually hearing what the fuck we had to say. You feel me? At the end of the day, bro, as a man, bro, that's something that you learn from. You take it on the chin and you continue to better yourself and better your brand. And you're gonna do that regardless.
Yeah.
But
and the reason why
and the thing is like lowering down the price ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Bro,
and do you know how many niggas would have that shirt on if it was just a reasonable price?
Mind you, it wouldn't. We'd have that shirt on one. Mind you,
I'd be
are we saying drop that bitch for the 30 ball, or are we saying maybe like 100, 125?
We already know Off-White is like high price, high fashion, high
Fear
price.
of God. But no,
Fear of God and Off-White.
We already know
they
all
high price, high fashion.
And the reason
you make the price lower, bro, niggas going, okay, this is cheaper than
the billionaire gang.
But you know why you don't make, and this is the problem, you don't make the price cheaper because, I'm sorry, bro, no matter if this was your intention, your action said it otherwise. The perception of the brand was over the message. You didn't want to drop that price because fear of God doesn't go to that price. Right. But at the same time, you can't have them. I do not believe
more to you.
That matter more to you, bro. Because it's not even about the profit. It's because at that point when you have so much fucking money, it don't matter. And it's really a perception thing, bro.
And that's the greatest stumbling block to, like, that's one of our greatest stumbling blocks, especially to progress, because we're talking about it a little bit with Jubilee too. It's a different thing when your stated mission, your stated purpose is different from what actually happens. If your stated purpose, especially at a time like this, a political time like this, is to spread awareness, is to like unify people behind the civil rights message, okay, well, you have to make some really practical economic decisions to make that happen, i.e. dropping your price point. If you don't give a fuck about that, then you're going to keep that price point the same way because you value the brand integrity. In the same way that I was going to talk about with like Jubilee, you can't sit here and be like, we just want to find common ground, bridge the divide, and you're putting Nazis on the gym. You're not doing that because they're not here to find that. You just want to profit off the bread that comes from people watching rage bait and clicks and everything. That's the same thing. And then for you to use the thing about the Gucci comparison, and that I was happy that you started getting started on it, is that, like, and I brought it up earlier, that's literally indicative of who's on your side and who's not. If you are telling me that you're justified in putting a civil rights tee at $250 because Gucci, the one who did blackface, prices their shit at $250, you've lost the plot.
No,
and none of us on this chair own Gucci.
At that point, I question your message. At that point, because it's like,
because you're saying you don't have to understand it. Yo, you don't understand what Gucci's done in your industry? Bro, that's a bad look.
And then what that says about us, bro, I didn't know that, like, I'm not gonna lie, that got me tight. Cause I'm like, what you mean says about us? Like, I understand you want to comment because of the response of the video, but bro, we sit up here and call this shit out all the time.
It's a
I've
16
called
minute.
out Gucci almost every episode, bro. I've called out the fact that these houses have stole brands. I don't be sitting here repping Gucci and I'm justifying prices of that shit.
What it is, bro, we're not perfect. So we'll never say we not perfect. Or we'll never say we perfect. But like another thing I can't get down, at least me, I'm gonna speak for me. I never say I'm perfect. So like I don't want to come off as if like I'm perfect or oh, we just high and mighty, etc. But it's one thing for damn sure I'm not gonna make a fool of myself, bro. If I know I'm in the wrong, or if niggas is you know you're in the wrong because you wouldn't have responded to it that way with that tone, with that animosity, especially for black young niggas that you don't even know. You feel? And mind you, if you would have watched the 17-minute segment, you would have heard us congratulating you on all the other shit you've done,
God, bro.
So it's shit like that where it's like you're so eager to jump to it. That already you're defensive, my nigga, and that's
and that's one
I
thing.
can't get
If
down
I'm
with that.
like a commenter in a comment section, you are the author of this design thing that's pretty much trying to like bougify or coolify the revolution, the resistance. Hey guys, remember the civil rights in Madrid is kind of fraught political times, right? That's why, because that's what you're saying.
Let's
with
be
the shirt.
real.
Let's be real about it.
You
Thank
niggas be
lying.
Bro, I don't even.
Like,
You niggas want to make it cool. A bunch of rich ass white and Asian people are about to buy that fucking shirt.
That's-
Let's
bro,
be
that's
real,
what I
bro.
think.
And I'm not even trying to.
When you go to like these spots like Sneaker Con or some of these conventions where they sell shoes, it's straight white people.
Straight white people,
Bro, straight Asian white people. I'm not trying to even, because I didn't even want to come in here and bash this.
Exactly.
But it's like, bro, you cannot be like, what they say about y'all when we sit, and it'd have been one thing if I'm sitting here talking about fear of God prices are ridiculous. No, I didn't even say that. I've justified.
The nigga makes clothes,
bro. And if you can't,
and we buy designer clothes.
We get
We
it.
did it.
if you can't take the criticism, and if it took that little of a statement for you to take the time out of your day to put that paragraph, there's something deep inside you that you know it's
that
wrong.
profit in that capitalism gets a lot of these niggas to be like, I will actually jump out the window and make this argument when we really sit down and talk about it. Okay, let's reform your capitalism a little bit. Make your thing a little bit less expensive. You gonna crash at me over that take? That's crazy, bro. You have $1 billion damn near.
And then, bro, and like I said, what was so frustrating was the fact is there was so many alternatives.
Yeah.
You could have donated some of the money.
Yeah.
And if you did put the shirt for a lower price and you wanted to make that profit, diffusion line, make another collection to suffice the
People
profit
do that
you
all
lost.
the time.
All the
Yeah.
time.
All the time.
What do you think
That's a really
Telfar
good-
did to make
Yeah.
affordable clothing? What do you
Yeah.
think Joe Fresh Goods did to do
Yeah.
affordable clothing?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say,
I think
keep in
those-
mind, there's play here,
They
right?
have
Because
done it.
it's
I'm
not-
sorry, they have done a diffusion line,
And-
which is essentials.
Yeah, and I was gonna
That's
say,
literally-
I was gonna say,
That's
and
what it is.
let's
Literally what
not
that is.
straw man here. Like, yes, there are elements of the game that you got to do. Yes, Telfar worked with White Castle and did their thing or whatever. That's still engaging in the capitalism. I'm not saying that you can't have a business, nigga, but this is not. There's not one way to do it.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be innovation,
genuine.
competition.
Be genuine.
Think of other ways.
Be genuine.
Be genuine.
If you want to take your fucking coin for a few years, or you want to be genuine in it. But when it's time to give back and when it's time to also be genuine in that, my nigga. I don't think there's I grew up I wouldn't even say a money head because I ain't had no money, but I would say like that was the motivation growing up. This money. I need to get money. I need to get money. So I understand, and I love my money. I want to keep my cheese too. But also I understand, like, there's another part of me that can understand, and like, no, like giving back, all of those things, those are also important. Also, if I got $1 billion, what the fuck am I tripping about? What am I tripping about?
And
I got $1 billion. What are we talking about?
Talk about it, right? And
You need to be out of touch.
That's really what it
You need to be out of touch. You out of
Admit
touch.
that, bro. And that's completely
You can admit
fine.
that, bro.
And let's really talk about something that actually had a good message.
Yeah.
And this was a great alternative. Let's talk about, bro, the polo collection.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the Oak Bluffs polo collection.
run through it.
I saw.
oh my God, Oak Bluff, the Ralph Lauren still prices their stuff super expensive. You don't understand.
You don't get it, bro.
You're not hearing me. We're gonna explain it. Let's explain it. Let's explain it.
Let's talk about it, bro. So I had saw the first menswear collection they had did, and it was really nice. I didn't really put it on here because I want to talk about Oak Bluffs. They did a Oak Bluffs collection, and they did a collab with Morehouse and Spelman HBCUs. And I didn't even know what Oak Bluffs was. Oak Bluffs is a town, and it's called Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts.
Oh, Martha's Vineyard. That's where Oak Bluffs is?
Yeah, that's where
I've
Oak
heard
Bluffs
of that.
is.
Martha's Vineyard is where the Republicans
okay.
and them were sending migrants, like from Texas.
Wow.
Like the governors of Texas were like, they would take migrants and they would just ship them to Martha's Vineyard. They were like, well, let's see what happens when the liberals get them. And then the liberals were teaching them and were like trying to communicate and translate and everything. And then,
That's
I didn't even know
This
that.
happened,
I
happened
didn't
like
even know
maybe a
that.
year ago.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
They've just been busting
Wow.
migrants to like these
J.
blue
William
cities.
fucking
J. William
J.
J.
I did not know that was the same place.
Yeah.
Oh,
if y'all don't know what
I knew
Oak
it was
Bluffs,
Martha's. I just didn't know what Martha's Vineyard
I didn't know
was.
what it was. I didn't know what the fuck Oak Bluffs was, nigga. I thought it was a fucking
They legit like tricked migrants under false pretenses and was like, yeah, we gonna send you so, and then they sent them to Martha's Vineyard to like get a PR win from the Democrats when they inevitably send the brown people away, and that's not how it worked. Dumbass niggas. We'll continue.
So what Oak Bluffs was back in the day when slavery got abolished, a lot of freed slaves went to Massachusetts and they were working with fishing industries, all types of different industries, and built up wealth to like middle class. And what they did, they would buy like summer houses, all types of different things, and that's where kind of like black wealth was built upon, like not to the fullest extent, but to
Just
where
an
it was
aspect
middle
of it,
class.
yeah. To whatever they allowed.
So what it had in correlation with HBCUs was a lot of people from Morehouse and Spelman would go there for their summer retreats, and I didn't know that. And I remember I saw this whole collection of if y'all don't know, Ralph Lauren has a new creative director that was announced maybe a year or two ago. His name is James Jeter. He's the first. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name. He's the first black creative director at Ralph Lauren, which is a
That's
huge
insane.
deal.
That's fire.
Crazy.
Bro, I saw a lot of people. Well, continue. Then we get into it.
He was he's super young too. So I saw this collection and I saw the unity there, and I saw the clothes they were wearing. And the first thing before I even questioned what Oak Bluffs was was like, oh my God, this was like one of the first only times that I've seen black wealth really like put out correctly.
Especially on the collegiate, alumni,
Yeah.
style
It
level.
felt like
That's
the
dope as shit.
collegiate black dandyism.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's
Which
exactly what
which
it
is
felt
in theme of what's coming now is black dandyism.
Black dandyism is coming
Bro,
in full force this year.
still,
Yeah.
Bro,
crazy.
why I appreciated
Old
this so
money.
much, and going back to my personal thing with it is because I remember seeing my mom dressing up in clothes like this when I was growing up, and it was such a divide, because going from her workplace and they wore shit like this, and constantly seeing her wearing the nicest archive polos pieces, Tommy Hilfiger pieces, and then going back to school and getting fried for that. And it's actually a black creative director at a house like Ralph Lauren that is put out for white people. It's you do a collection with this and you have us as the front runners is the craziest thing to me, especially at a time
Black
now,
creative
bro.
designer. That I what I've seen from this collection looks tough as hell.
It was, bro.
What I genuinely, I think, like I was saying, I was gonna say this shit before. I saw a lot of discourse about people in the comments and talking about all the shit, the old money shit. I saw they was Ralph Lauren fuck with us. Da, da, da. First of all, okay, I want to say this. I don't know if y'all know. Y'all might not know. And I know a lot of people don't know. The Tommy Hilfiger shit was a rumor. The Tommy Hilfiger shit is not real.
It didn't clear.
The whole
What
thing.
Tommy Hilfiger?
There's
said he was
there's a
racist.
big thing, that Tommy Hilfiger was racist. Said he
Do
didn't
you
want
know
black
how
people to
long
wear.
I believe that?
Yeah, no, I
all
did it too.
believe
I
that
did
shit.
it till last year when I read an article about it. I was like, oh, yeah.
I believed it till last
Yeah,
year.
it's a rumor. It's not real. But we have that shit got us. You know what I mean?
Fucking chokehold.
Yeah, in a chokehold, because I saw so many people talking about the Ralph Lauren. First of all, growing up, that was such a
Bro,
every
biggest thing.
little
Everybody
nigga wanted to be a
wanted
polo,
It's either
nigga.
they had the polo
Yeah, bully for
jacket,
not
the
having
polo button-up shirt,
Yes.
the big ass,
Yeah, with the
shit,
little, with the
line.
yeah,
Polo
yeah.
Association. You
I
was
could
getting
never
fried for.
afford that.
USPA polo. You was getting fried for.
Nigga, I had USP out getting fried every day.
Because I have seen hella criticism, right? And a lot of people just haven't done their due diligence.
You had it. You had it.
So going to the video, this is one of the short form videos they did.
We made the concerted choice to be here in Oak Bluffs because we knew we would be safe. This place nurtures from the heart, from the soul, and from the environment that's here, and the way that you're able
need
to
to go.
build
You see
bonds
how it
with
cut back in
people.
time? Is that same?
Yeah.
Morehouse and Spelman allow for people who have been pushed to the margins to feel centered, at least for a moment. During the summer months, we are able to feel that way in Oak Bluffs.
There's something so peaceful about the vineyard. You can exhale. When I set foot on that soil, I breathe differently.
It's actually beautiful. Most people, bro, I'm gonna give you, motherfuckers don't understand that shit. I think
Yeah.
Can we go to the next slide?
motherfuckers don't understand how like.
I don't want to hate on Jerry Lorenzo.
I don't think no, but I don't think motherfuckers understand like stuff like that is so. Shit like that just
Humanizing.
warms my heart. Exactly.
Yeah.
As a black man,
It
bro,
actually-
it's humanizing because it's like, niggas, we all want the same things, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as humans, we want the same things. We
And-
want
and then
fucking
we have
habitat. Want to be able to live. Want to be able to be just free, my nigga.
Yeah.
Just be able to live
Freedom.
our
Let's
life
talk
and
about-
be good, my nigga.
The details, bro. Not only
Yeah.
of the clothes, we'll get to the clothes in a second, but the website, bro. The format of the website is they have not only their support for HBCUs, which I'll talk about, but they had that tab on. They had the partnership. They have the history
All
of
on
Oak
the Polo
Bluffs on
site.
there.
Yeah.
All on the Polo site. They have the
Damn.
history of it. They have quotes from people from Morehouse and Spelman that were alumni that went there and have their
That's how you
statements
do
on
it,
there.
bro.
And
That's
then,
how you
and
do
then
it,
guess
bro.
what? The creative director is an alumni from Morehouse.
Yes, like that's how
All
you do
those,
it.
all
That's how
those
you do
carefully details, and that's what it means to take your time and actually puts a message out
Yes,
there.
bro.
Let's, bro, see
being
this.
genuine and
Sweater,
being
fire.
intentional in what you put out, the content that you put out.
Yes, bro.
And I'm like, it's easy to say like, oh, you might not understand it, but like, you have to give us things to understand.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Can we go to the
understand
next slide?
everything about the message on that shirt, bro. But this is like an actual like a nice way to pay homage to everything that it also like seems super peaceful. The reason why I said is humanizing is because that's the piece that I want for black people.
Yes,
I want black people
bro.
to have the freedom to
be
be
able
like
to just
every other human being.
Chill.
If you're gonna chill on the beach, then cool. I want you to be able, and that's the feeling that gets
I
evoked
feel
from that.
like
I can't
this-
even talk
But nah,
about what.
But nah, we gotta be niggas in a prison now. In
Yeah.
Milan.
Yeah, like nigga.
But that's what and people
even
criticizing
gonna
this,
get
and it's
into
like,
it, on,
bro,
bro.
what are we talking about?
Y'all
But
don't even
won't
know
say-
about that
Y'all won't
shit.
even say
Yeah.
shit of niggas in a prison.
Yes,
and y'all
also,
gonna
yes,
talk about
keep-
this streetwear
please keep
art.
the same energy that y'all have for Hill Figure for like anything. I would love to hear y'all so educated on racism
No.
in everything right now.
No, y'all just cool being that poster boy nigga for the streets though.
Realistically,
But y'all not
bro,
cool. What are we talking about?
Motherfuckers like repeating whatever they hear, bro. That's all it is.
We got any more pictures?
Yeah, there's some more pictures. Can we go to the next slide, please?
Like, this
Like,
entire
bro,
collection
come on,
encapsulates
bro.
bro.
Like just black wealth.
Yeah.
Black wealth,
Black wealth,
peace,
dandyism,
nigga.
peace,
Like,
old money,
prosperity.
prosperity. It made me want to go to Morehouse,
Everything.
nigga.
And then on top of it, the message. You wanna go? Oh God, it made me want to go. And seeing this, and this is why it's so important to why you can't dilute a message, because the message I got from it was like, bro, there's actually importance with HBCUs that's not talked about a lot, bro. It's
history there.
it's
There's history,
history,
there's
and it's
importance.
something special with it, with the unity of black people
Sometimes
itself.
it's what it is, bro. That's exactly what it is. Sometimes, bro, even as black people, you don't quantify how important it is to see other black people in spaces, in ads, in just peaceful situations, because you're so like conditioned to just be like I'm not really thinking about it. It's not a race. Everything's not a race thing. It's not a. But no, it damn
And
near
hold on,
is,
and I was
bro.
gonna-
When
I was
you
gonna
do
also-
see people like it even goes back to kind of like the Little Mermaid shit. The reason why we was losing our mind over a black Little Mermaid is because, bro, it felt so good to see someone that
That
looks
in-
like
that
me,
inclusion,
that looks like
bro.
you,
And
that
that gets
it
the
makes people
message
feel
out, bro.
good,
Yeah.
and y'all know it, do, or else y'all wouldn't be making all white fucking
Exactly.
communities and shit.
Y'all know it, dude.
Y'all is bullshit.
You wanna know what's the greatest gaslight of all time? Is they'll have grown ass like adults and like men mainly arguing against shit like that. Like, oh,
But Sydney Sweeney in
representation-
blue jeans, though.
Yeah, but also that, and it's like, no, you understand that this is for the kids,
bullshitting.
right? It's the little black girls that want to see themselves as a fucking mermaid. That's why
Exactly.
y'all made that shit for all the little white girls for a century.
Yeah.
These are fictional characters. Nothing said that they had to be white.
These niggas
I
be
wanna-
trying to gaslight you into the
Can we go to
whole
the next
woke
slide?
conversation, all type of shit. It ain't got shit to do with that.
Like, bro,
look at that,
look
bro.
at this, bro.
That shit make me want to go.
It literally makes you want to go.
And I was gonna say
I'll
we're gonna
whoop y'all
probably
ass
we're
in
gonna
tennis.
we're,
I'll whoop y'all
we're
ass.
probably gonna touch on like the exclusivity piece like in a second. But I was gonna say like even if you want to have an issue with price point, all this shit is obviously like Morehouse and Spelman things. I'm
Right.
probably not gonna be rocking it because I didn't go there.
Right.
Like as
Right.
simple as that. If you're someone who's an alumni, then that makes sense. Or you went to Morehouse, you want to get the memorabilia. It makes sense to pay a little bit extra
And what
money
did he
because that's
do
the
with
other
Morehouse?
thing part of it.
I'll tell about that part since if y'all want to talk about pricing, because usually, bro, alumni shit or even
gonna
shit
be
going on
expensive.
college. it's gonna
Merch
be
from college in
expensive.
general is
In
expensive,
general,
nigga. I
it's
went to a small 2,000 school college in the middle of rural Illinois, and them shirts was like $70.
And I saw,
Yeah.
and I saw
70
some
is
shirts,
insane.
$70, and I saw some shirts on this Ralph Lauren. They like won something.
I remember HF was selling
Yeah,
like
it's-
$200.
that's-
we talking about
HF was
$250,
selling like
but-
$200 track suits and shit.
So we can get
High school.
Yeah.
High school.
A community high school.
school. Bro, black dandyism
That is
at its
crazy.
finest,
That's
bro.
hard.
Shit
Fine.
we're
Fine
not
shit. I'm
seeing,
not
bro.
gonna
That
Fuck
red
it.
M sweater.
That red M
I would
sweater.
have
Stop
worn
it,
it.
bro.
Yeah,
That
nah,
is
that
tough,
shit
I went
fire.
to Morehouse too.
Let's talk about the partnership since we don't know we're talking about what says about us. Ralph Lauren is proud to partner with sorry if I butchered, the Cottages Incorporated. It's a non-profit organization of 100 black women homeowners of Martha's Vineyard to support building, restoration, and cultural preservation and other community resilience efforts on the island.
That's dope as shit.
And then on top of it, they did collabs with Morehouse and Spelman in terms of supporting scholarships. They were working with the United Negro College Fund to support scholarships for students at HBCUs.
There's a lot
You
of
letting
shit,
letting them and the white people do you crazy
And
right
on
now.
Yeah.
And then on
There's a
top
lot
of
of
it,
shit you can
this is
do.
not even his own brand.
Did your ass both?
You
your
working
ass
for a
crazy.
brand that people call racist, bruh.
They brought in a nigga to be creative designer at a traditionally white, racist, whatever brand, and
They
this
said-
nigga is doing your shit when it comes to the
they
community
literally
engagement.
Said hey, we want to do this collaboration with these HBCUs, so we're gonna take a nigga that was from there, make you the director of it, and not only are we gonna do that, we're gonna make the clothes specifically to this time period,
and then let
we're
y'all
gonna
get some of the
donate
proceeds. Yeah.
to the.
That's how you
And you want to know why that's how you do it? You wanna
Genuine
know
in your
why that's how you
message,
do it?
intentional in your message.
You want to know why that's how you do it? Not only are you intentional in your message, you're also meeting the time period. The reason why they're doing restoration efforts and preservation efforts on the island like that was historically
Oh
black.
my
like,
goodness.
you want to know why? It's because niggas are under attack right now.
Yeah.
And you
That-
fail to
you know
see
what?
that when you put $250 on a shirt and tell me I'm just acting like an activist.
This connects.
Just make believe.
Just make believe.
What are we talking about?
I
This,
need that,
I feel
bro.
like
I
this,
need that coat, gang.
Yeah,
That shit is hard.
That shit
You
fire.
know me, I
All
love
that
my
shit
bomber
all of it
jacket.
is
Yeah,
fire.
bomber jacket.
Connecting to the Sydney Sweeney piece, bro. A person like that, why they have. Fuck Sydney Sweeney. Why you have a white woman on there is because genuinely, bro, fuck you. On Jesus, fuck you. The reason why you're on there is because you are the poster boy for white people.
The poster girl,
This,
yeah.
this right here would have been. When you think of a setting like this, bro, you subconsciously think about
Serenity.
white people.
Yeah.
Because of what's been constantly put out to
Fuck
you, bro.
Sydney Sweeney.
Bro, fuck that shit.
I'm not sure who everybody is who is modeling in this, but I was gonna say, like, I guess if you want a criticism, like, you could get super famous, notable alumni from Howard and made it cooler. Everything else, like, they did really
Bro,
good
it goes
on that.
I don't
the
think so.
message.
'Cause then
Exactly,
you
you
gonna
don't
have to
need
pay
to.
them niggas.
Exactly.
Because they ain't doing it for free ski.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Bro.
What's so important with the comparison with this and Jerry Lorenzo is this is how you sell a product with a proper message without taking advantage of the consumer, bro.
bro.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing. Even if it's not your intention.
And you got,
Yeah,
and,
but
and
the
they
thing is,
didn't do
too-
it by dropping the collection for the free ball. You
Yeah.
can have your you can have your price if you must need it. If you need to come out of 5, you need to get your bread. Cool, get your bread.
And
But don't be shocked when niggas have something.
10%.
They have a-
10% to like supporting a nonprofit organization, etc. That's all you have to do.
They have a 22
That's all you have to
minute-
do, and niggas would have got off your dick.
They have a 22-minute video on their YouTube of them interviewing alumni, which is on the website, and you did an Instagram slideshow, and you coming in here talking about what that say about me, and you talking about Gucci.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, you not here.
Hey,
Ralph Lauren
I fuck with you, bro.
We still fuck with the stuff that you have done. I still fuck with like essentials. I still fuck with Fear God.
And some Fear God
We
on
will
this
be,
show.
and we're gonna be in
this
this shit for a long time. So we'll be open to talking to you if you want to talk about it. But that was crazy, bro.
Yeah, having a
Genuinely,
grown man. Also, yeah, that's another thing. I hate this whole culture that we in where it's like one nigga say some shit, another nigga say some shit. Now you hate each other. Now you can never support each other. No, we can have grown adult conversations.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you ready, if you want to have a grown adult conversation,
And I
Jerry Lorenzo,
think
you
that,
can have
and
a
I
all
think
means,
that-
we can talk.
And I think that being more mindful when you're in comment sections or like even understanding the criticism that people have when it's a really reasonable criticism is really the bare minimum that you can do.
or even like who you talking to?
Yeah. I think that
we have a J. William J. You're bullshit.
And what's so crazy, bro, because you had a screen printed shirt, which cool, fine, do what you want to do to spread the message. Notice one thing we did not do with all those slideshows. We barely talked about the clothes. That's how important the message was, and that's how much it actually got through to us.
Yeah.
Because we
And the
barely
clothes
even
was
focused
fire.
on it. And the clothes was fire.
Yeah,
that was a bonus.
You wanna talk
We
about
barely even.
craftsmanship?
I was about to say,
That's how you get a
craftsmanship.
message out, bro.
And I was gonna say, I think that's important because I think what Ralph Lauren did when it comes to black anything is the bare minimum, and I think that not crashing before you have the full context is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
I
think it is the bare minimum. I want to no. Can we stay on that really quick though?
Yeah.
I think it is the bare minimum. We need to stay on that because I don't want people to think that it isn't the bare minimum. No, it should be this way because this is how it is with everything else. This is how it is with any other race. People are intentional. Like we were saying earlier, these billion-dollar businesses are always going to be intentional about who they have around that set, who they have involved, etc.
Yeah.
This is how you are actually like. This is how you are intentional in what you do and genuine in what you're doing.
You know how many people in the comments,
Bare minimum.
the amount of people in the comments that was like actually bashing us for that take is in direct response of why it's the worst type of capitalism because they trust you because you're a black man.
That's that CIA.
They
going to-
convincing you that you
They
got to spend your whole check on
exactly,
this.
and that's
That's
why
CIA.
it's double edged.
Bashing
Or
another
don't
black
buy it,
business.
or even other people don't buy it at all if you don't like it or you can't afford it. That's not the point.
That's not the point. You're
principle.
so caught up in
the
this
price
capitalism
tag.
shit.
Yep.
Yes, bro.
So caught up in the price tag that you're missing the entire fucking point of what we're saying. The message.
Like we can literally buy that shit right now if we wanted to. We're not
want
talking about the price.
I can't.
Yeah.
we're not
This
gonna
has
lie.
nothing. This has
I will
nothing
speak for your
to do with
goddamn
us.
self, nigga.
You said you can't buy it.
Nigga, I have
Lying.
to pay this card. I have to pay this card. No, I'm not lying. On Jesus, I will be in debt.
But the reason why I bring up doing the bare minimum is because I also seen when it comes to like letting people in our spaces being particular about like the
brother.
messaging and intentional in these spaces. Sometimes it don't work out the best, and sometimes you still get that animosity from people even when you feel like you've done the bare minimum. At that point, you gotta reevaluate. But some people just kind of press on. With that being said, Neon
Let's get into
on
it.
a Breakfast Club.
Let's get into
Ass.
it.
What
bum ass
happened?
nigga,
I did
bro.
not. I don't pay attention to that.
Give them context.
Okay, give
Who
us
that
some
know
context
who
about who
is.
Neon is. About
So Neon is a terrible streamer, number one. The only clips that I see about this nigga is that he does some racist shit, or he's either on that same tip as what the fuck is that nigga's name, bro?
Who that?
Jack Doherty.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
nigga
he
that
one
like
of them types.
that go out and try to do some random shit to
Public
random people, get a
disturbance
reaction.
nuisance,
I want
Put
to
the bodyguard forward, say, hey, you can't do nothing.
give some background as well.
add another thing.
You know
So
about
Neon was a famous 2K player. It was, if y'all don't know what 2K is, it's a basketball video.
yeah.
He was a famous 2K player.
A lot of people don't even talk about this no more. Thank you for bringing this
Yeah,
up.
he was a really good 2K player. Everyone knew him in the community. He was always
I
saying
did not
crazy
know that
shit.
shit.
No, you might not watch this.
But a big thing on why people knew him and why people were going after him, and this was like when I was like in 8th grade. This was a while ago. Neon faked like he had a terminal illness, and he was
Yeah, I
gonna
did see
die.
that. I did see
So
that.
he was making like a whole video series of his process of like, bro, I don't have much time left. I'm gonna die, such and such. And then he was like, and then
Granted, he was young. He was
young.
like
He was young.
16.
Nigga did this shit like
I'ma keep it a busy bean. I did some nut shit when I was 14, 15, 16. That's on the internet. I ain't never faked my death.
I ain't never faked my
Right.
Yeah, that's
And then
wild,
you wanna know
bro.
how they caught this nigga? Because he was like, this is my last video. He was like, I'm done, bro. He was
Caught
like,
that
I'm
nigga
about to
outside
die.
Chick-fil-A next day.
Nigga, they caught him
Stupid
at
ass
a
nigga.
basketball game.
Oh my god. Wait, ain't you supposed to be dead? Nigga?
He's supposed to be dead,
And
nigga.
he came right back.
Came
right
right
back.
back.
And
Thank
now-
God
back,
not dead.
bro.
The
Throughout-
cure at work.
Throughout his career, he's always been one of those people that kind of push those buttons. He's been, he's done really weird like microaggression / the straight up racist shit. He's done weird like game shows. He's been around a lot of weird people. He was very close to Nelk and all of them niggas at one point. All of them weird niggas. And we saw what Nelk boys just did with fucking
with
Netanyahu the other day.
Having
They
a
had an
goddamn.
interview with
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu.
They had the No Boys had Netanyahu on the podcast and they pussyfooted with him. They
Oh,
asked him if he
interview
liked
with
McDonald's
Netanyahu.
or Burger King more. You just had like Hitler incarnate in the midst of his reign on your podcast. You asked him about McDonald's and Burger King.
Bullshit.
Bro, they do that.
Because they
a
don't
lot.
know anything.
Because you don't know.
You don't know anything about this nigga. You don't know anything about the
And
history.
they've been still defending themselves. They're like, we support everyone. No, you don't.
No, you
He's
don't.
a war criminal.
Shut your weak ass up.
Stop both sides.
bro.
This shit.
I'm
Both
so
sides.
All y'all
tired.
niggas is
No.
dumb and weak.
I'm
Steiny,
scared,
all them
bro.
weak ass niggas.
On
We
Jesus,
gonna get
into it.
nigga.
We gonna get
On
into it.
Jesus.
We gonna get
All
into
these niggas we talking about stand on the things you want to sell. Niggas.
Yeah. So
don't
Right.
pussyfoot.
So I was gonna say, I don't know too much more about Neon. How did we get to him being on the Breakfast Club?
So he was on Kick for a period of time, right? Didn't he get banned off Kick or something?
I think he got banned off Twitch, right? Didn't
he got banned off Twitch
and
and
then
YouTube, so he
Kick.
went to Kick.
Yeah,
Okay,
so then
so
he went
for
to
a minute.
Kick.
He got banned off Twitch and YouTube, right?
Yeah.
The nigga got on Kick, was doing his thing over there.
Yeah, ran up a thing on Twitch,
And then
clicked up with Aiden Ross, obviously, and then
Yeah.
fucking
He was going outside,
ship, nigga.
being a nuisance
Not
to
the first-
people.
yeah, we gonna make
He
it.
was doing all types of
saying a
shit.
whole
I
bunch
remember
of
that
racist
whole
shit.
like run.
just being a bitch ass.
And then
You saying racist shit?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then it start
Oh,
then he
you gotta
started
clip.
getting
Oh, yeah.
then he started getting really pressed on it. Here, you want to see the racist clips? Or no.
Not yet though.
Okay, okay,
but
okay.
I want to. Okay. Oh man. So
Hold on, I was gonna say then he started, then he did his little 180.
he tried to mellow
He tried
out,
to
right?
mellow out. Yep, he got older.
His plan, right? I guess he hit up Charlamagne. Was like, "Yo, can I get on the Breakfast Club so I can
Rehabilitate.
so I
my
can
image.
basically
rehabilitate my image. Yeah, no, that's exactly
and
what he's
make
trying to
this
do.
big announcement. The big announcement was basically he was going back to Twitch, and I guess his split was now 70-30 or some shit like that.
That's the regular split.
Ooh, whoop
That's
de
the
doo.
part-
What did
Yeah.
you on the Breakfast Club?
So
Niggas got
he
money.
gets up there, right? He gets up to the Breakfast Club, and Just Hilarious. Shout out to Just Hilarious.
Shout out Jazz.
She
Shout out, Jeff.
Belt that ass.
Yes,
Shout out
fucking
Jazz.
ass. Yes, thank you, Lord, because the only clips that I seen of this nigga were racist.
I've never even
After
I haven't
seen
seen
a
the
couple
Jazz
clips,
clips.
I haven't even.
I
seen
wish we
like
could see
any
the
clips
Jazz
of
clip.
Neon. This is about to be fresh
No.
reaction.
Fresh. Oh, it's gonna be fresh. Nigga, all I had to do was type in Neon Streamer. The fucking documentary list that I got of this nigga, yeah, you're cooked.
It's bad, bro. It's
The
bad, bro.
studies they did on this.
This is
nigga-
only this nigga has race. Don't you know, like back in the day where they would have like Vine compilations? This nigga has racist compilations.
Oh, he was one of them.
He does-
ones.
yes.
This is
He's
part
one of them quirky
no, not
niggas.
that one.
He's one of them quirky niggas.
CIA.
Freaky,
Next
yeah.
one?
Next one, yeah.
Oh wait, this is
That's the next shit. That's the next shit.
Oh shit.
Freaky man. Freaky
The
fool.
buffer of doom.
The buffer.
the buffer.
Oh,
of
hell
hell.
Okay, so
Oh
this,
yeah, I've seen this.
Oh no.
This is a clip.
this
Let's see.
I want you to first take a deep breath.
Yeah, take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath.
Where my inhaler?
Okay.
This nigga. This is part of a 6-minute racist compilation that I found.
6 minutes of
minutes
you being
of
racist,
pure
bro.
Bigotry.
They don't got 6 minutes of me being racist on the internet.
Hell no.
They ain't got 6
They ain't
minutes.
got
of shit.
shit.
got
They maybe got
6
60 seconds.
They got shit. Maybe 10 seconds. Nigga.
Play this clip.
Let me see the clip.
Hey, bitch in the back, shut up before I fucking whip you, you dumb whore. I will whip every single one of you. I will whip you, bitch. I will whip you. I will whip you.
And bitch,
Stupid whore. Dumbass black monkey tree. Suck my dick, bitch. No one for the lives on 9/11. Deadass, you dumb black tree.
nigga, all I gotta do suck dick.
You're gonna be the driest whore I've ever talked to in my life. Holy fuck, I can't, bro.
Yo.
I mean, like, yes, you. Holy, I'm talking about fucking Black Rock. Like, what are you saying, bro? You can't fucking do this shit. Like,
All right.
Do y'all think that like that's funny? Why is the comedy for our fucking fried ass generation this like We'll get to why it is that way. And we'll talk about that later today.
Why do these?
I mean,
niggas-
we gonna get to it.
You
We gonna
dumb
get to it.
black
We gonna get to
trees?
it.
And the thing that I
You
want-
dumb black trees?
You dumb whore.
Monkey.
You dumb whore. You
forgot
monkey.
and I'll whip you.
I'll whip you.
What did Jess say to the nigga?
Basically, Jess said, "Fuck that nigga," and she kept bringing up the fact she brought up every single racist remark that he's made, whether if it was against Kai Cenat,
Journalism.
bro, journalism of hell.
Did he say
Journalism of
racist shit about
doom.
Kai Cenat?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
they
said
all
I
have.
think his mother was like, she looked like what did she say? Like
I know. I don't remember what he said. But
It was
he
some
said
wild-
something about
I think
his.
he called
He
her
said
like a
something about his
gorilla.
mama,
It's
and I
like
remember it
Jamaican
wasn't
or-
cool.
It's because she's Jamaican and yeah.
no,
said some
he
nut
said
shit.
that.
He said
I
some
think
nut
she
shit.
looked like Harriet Tubman and she was like a gorilla or some shit.
Oh, I know. Oh my
He
God.
said that about Kai
What did he
Cenat
say
mama?
verbatim?
Yes.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't think it was
oh,
along those
verbatim.
lines.
I don't know what it
He
was
was telling
verbatim.
the story.
JJ.
Because I thought that was his man's on the.
JJ. Aiden Ross, right? That's his man's.
Continue.
That's his man,
That's
right?
Do y'all have like a humiliation kit?
Yeah, they like getting.
Do y'all like getting like fucked on
Look
by
back-
niggas who
I
like want to
really
punch you in
back
your
at
shit?
it. Yeah, like look back at it.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that you brought that up. What was that you said on the pod like a couple episodes ago? These niggas
These
don't
niggas
like,
don't like you.
Don't we've been
They
saying
don't.
this
I've
episode
been
one.
saying this shit.
they don't like you.
What happened? So the other day, and I think now we just put it all on the table. We get into it because I'm fired
hyped,
up, my
bro.
nigga.
I'm hyped,
These
bro.
the other day, Kai Cenat got into some shit with Aiden community, some shit, whatever, right? And they got to talking about the shit, and then Kai addressed it. Kai was like, "I don't really fuck with Aiden Ross right now. Da, da, da. I don't fuck with the shit he did, or his manager did. His manager called me the N word.
Called him at
Ask
like
me what-
4 a.m. Called him and it was like, "Yo, can you come out to this thing?" And he was like, "Nah, I don't really want to do that right now." And then he was I guess the nigga was drunk as hell. He brought up like the Big Mac. The chicken
Yeah,
Big Mac
the
shit
chicken
that he
Big-
did
yeah.
with McDonald's.
With
He was
McDonald's.
like, "Bro, a chicken Big Mac, nigga," and
Yeah.
like called him a nigga on the
Yeah.
and like all this
Yeah.
shit. So I'm like,
Wasn't
okay,
he on stream when it happened?
I
don't know.
No,
I thought he-
I don't think the part where the manager called.
Yeah,
him,
I don't know
that
if it was
wasn't
on,
stream.
but I know
But it's
either
like-
way, Aiden Ross and his manager they've all said the N word
He
on
was a
stream.
casual.
First
He got
of all.
drunk and was
Can we
like,
even?
Gang, what did Aiden Ross do? Real quick, what did Aiden Ross do though when he saw the clip of Kai Cenat talking about his manager? You know what he did? He called his manager, and they got to keying on the phone. You shouldn't have did that, man. You shouldn't have. These niggas don't fuck with your ugly ass.
Bro, you know what Aiden did on the time where everyone was switching streaming platforms, bro? This nigga Kai is streaming. And he had like hella viewers because it was a whole like drama thing of everyone saying that Kai, mind you, these were his friends. Everyone saying, "Oh, you can't speak up for yourself. Oh, you sitting there pussyfooting because you can't say what you really want to say on Twitch." And then they put a nigga in a field getting whipped and was like, "That's Kai."
Yeah.
Who put a nigga in the field?
Aiden, all of them niggas.
All of them.
Aiden's community.
Mind you,
It's
mind you, this was around the time, the same thing with Neon. What these niggas really thought, let me tell you what these weak ass, bitch ass, cuck ass niggas really thought. These niggas thought they was gonna suck the dick of Andrew Tate, he was gonna stay on top, and then they was gonna get a come up off the shit. This nigga Aiden Ross cut his fucking hair off because of Andrew Tate. These niggas is cucks.
Alan.
These niggas is gay. They thought they was gonna get a come up, and when they didn't, when all of these niggas started getting exposed, Andrew Tate is a fucking
Andrew
sex
Tate's fighting
trafficker and
sex
all that,
trafficking
allegedly. When all that shit start coming out, what did they start trying to do?
Backpedal,
Image,
reband.
I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go in the Breakfast Club and I'm gonna try to. No, nigga, we on that ass.
Real life.
We on that
Real
ass.
life. I just
And then
come back at Twitch.
then
now.
you had Aiden
No.
Ross. Then you had that nigga Aiden Ross talking shit about the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, he
and was
called
like,
up to the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
He was like, "Bro, hey, I don't know why you listen to them Neon. They're a bunch of losers. They this and that." Nigga, you're in a scandal now for crypto.
You know what I don't fuck with, bro? These niggas being so disingenuous because you can't do what you did and then, like you said, have a rebrand where you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. And then you start getting on press, and then shit starts hitting you because of the consequences of your fucking actions. And then you gonna sit there and be like, y'all just too softer. I didn't like the way. No, nigga, this is a consequence of all that shit.
And that's why I want to stress, bro, that sorry is not enough.
It's not.
It's not, bro.
It's
let me-
You ain't not, bro. You
These
want to
niggas
breakfast
think
like
they
a
can
big
hop
ass.
on the podcast and everybody cool in the community.
no,
I'm
bro.
sorry
Fuck
for
no,
my
nigga.
ass.
What was you
No,
gonna say?
Here's
nigga.
my thing is
No.
that my thing is that like, okay, it is now this is an appeal to everybody who in the last however many months I've seen being like, oh, we love Kai Cenat. He's making his money. He's being such a positive influence. Okay. It is now incumbent on you to now defend this nigga where he won't defend himself. Because do you understand the behavior that has been allowed to happen on that side of the internet? The reason why these niggas are doing apology tours and saying that I got switched their image is because these niggas have been unabashedly racist this entire time. Because it was cool, because it was trendy. Now Nazis are winning. Now niggas are getting prosecuted, niggas are getting deported and everything. And I'm supposed to be like, oh, thank you, Neon, for apologizing now. You pushed a generation of children here. Fuck everything you're talking about. Why is it that Kai Cenat only gets the praise when he's getting a positive influence on the youth and everything, but the niggas he's hanging around are teaching your little kid that saying nigga is not a bad thing? And you can go on The Breakfast Club and say apologies after your manager called the biggest streamer in the world the nigga. Complex is rating this nigga #1 for music
fuck
influence.
your apology.
And we're allowing
Complex rated this nigga #1 for hip hop music influence. You are bullshit.
And we're sharing cake with the niggas who are calling you an N-word and laughing about it.
It never matters until it comes in your front fucking yard.
Literally.
And Aiden Ross fan
with
base,
it.
when Aiden Ross fan base, when Kai Cenat fan base, when Neon fan base, when their people are starting to get deported, when all of that shit is starting to actually matter, same shit we said fucking 8 months ago, then they say, oh shit, a decent amount of my fan base is actually getting affected by this shit that I was low-key perpetuating.
This shit don't make sense, bro.
Let me go on the Breakfast Club and try to make...
And like,
no!
Why
nigga,
did Kai call it out? The reason why Kai even called it out was because Aiden Ross's fans was in your shit harassing you.
And that's calling you a nigga, calling you this and that.
When we get in comment section, we be like, damn, I really wish he'd say something about this. It's y'all trying to make everything political. How is being called nigga not political? By white people repeatedly. How is that not political? Why is it only political when the nigga wants to stick up for niggas?
But here's the thing. I don't like the fact that he keeps pigeonholing himself. It's like you build this audience and it's like he kind of tries to stay too corporate. And you know what comes with that though.
No, yeah, that's the thing is that it's delusion. And that's why I get so mad when people give him so much praise for being neutral, because it's just delusion. All these things that you're doing, again, it's because
it'd be nice to live in this fucking fairy tale world.
It's because
you can't do that though.
Niggas who have no idea what they're talking about have had a monopoly on what is and is not political speech. You making fun of people with all different types of appearances and everything to your child, yes, that's political. You know why? It's not Joe Biden versus Hillary Clinton. It's you teaching these kids that it's okay to have these views about these people as long as you're just laughing about it.
You know
exactly.
Oh, wait, it's okay for me to watch a nigga call someone the N-word as long as they laughing about it?
You know who else do shit like that?
Now I'm feeling bad because I'm feeling the results of my own actions. You are cuckolding yourself.
Yeah.
Literally.
For the money. That's the thing.
These fans are...
It's like they're so afraid of that. Oh, stick to whatever you're doing before. Like, nigga,
and I think that applies in multiple ways.
You know who else does this shit like that, bro? AB, bro. Talk to us about the next two screenshots, bro. So I can get into this shit.
Wait, do you want to get into Hulk first?
We didn't even get into Hulk.
We didn't even get to Hulk.
Fuck that bitch ass.
Fuck that bitch ass. Smoking that nigga pack. Smoking that nigga pack. Let's talk about the G Herbo interview, because we talk about niggas like you just said, right? Lame
who
niggas.
are okay the devastation and the fucking like discrimination of your own community while selling your comedy and your music and your everything to that community. You rely on us to make you what you are, but you are terrified of defending a nigga.
And then excuse it as, I don't want to be political.
Yeah.
But on God, you'll reap the benefits from it.
Before we start, right? G Herbo went on this podcast. I forgot who he was with, right?
It was Adam Friedland.
Oh, I feel like
Adam
I've heard
Friedland?
of him. Adam Friedland, I feel like.
Literally, the only thing this man G Herbo said, I think the dude brought up the question.
I got the what you call it.
quote?
Yep. This nigga G Herbo said this, bro. They're talking about Chicago. They talking about all types of shit. He brings up Akademiks. The interviewer brings up Akademiks and how he feels about it, etc. G Herbo says, I feel like all those kinds of guys, what they should do is give to a nonprofit organization in Chicago. I'm gonna challenge them to do that. Like Akademiks, Vlad, all you niggas that made money off the culture and people dying and bloodshed and shit like that. Go donate 20,000, 50,000 to a nonprofit organization that just focus on the betterment of the kids.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And
Not a bad thing.
And you know, I go further than Herbo because even if
he
y'all
went
did
much-
that, yeah,
He was very,
He was very, yes,
much so just on the line of
yes.
He literally even said,
He
I
didn't
don't
say,
give, he
fuck
literally
academics.
Said it.
He ain't say
and
nothing
I
to
look,
that.
I literally kept this part out. He literally said, I don't give a fuck about that shit. He was like, what do you think about the whole shit with Chicago? He said, I don't give a fuck about all that shit. So
He don't
very,
care.
very timid.
And especially someone like Herbo who like has been in that and has seen the direct effect from
He was
acting
very,
black.
he was very
Yeah.
neutral. Ak responded to this bitch.
Nigga.
What did I?
Nigga.
What did Ak say?
Nigga.
I just
Why
don't know.
did Ak say?
I watched.
Why did Ak
Shorty.
say? Why I don't?
Shorty, I watched a 22-minute video of this nigga Ak.
He went
yapping about this shit. These are two of his responses. One of his responses was,
We're talking about Ak.
you guys did all the killing. We just reported on it.
Yeah.
Another one. This is how he started the statement. He said, I'm not gonna lie. The days of rappers and Chicago residents and all the people from Chicago trying to make me feel like I owe y'all something is over. Let me tell you something, Mac.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me get into this and then we,
First of all, I want to start by saying I appreciate what Jerbo said because actually, real life, like, give it to the kids. Y'all are bullshitting. One of the long-term goals that we want to try to do is have some sort of influence on this city where we get to give back to communities, where we get to uplift
Jam
the
food
kids,
drive of doom.
all type of shit.
bro.
Because that is where it really starts. There are a lot of niggas who are fucked up on their own journey, and there's a lot of fuck shit that will continue to happen in places like Chicago. The only thing you can do is try to make a better future for the kids. So I appreciate that. Now, let's get into this bitch-ass nigga.
Ak. Wait. Let's say this. This is one thing I want niggas to understand about academics and these niggas in general. And even though it was disheartening to hear this nigga say this shit, I was not surprised. Why?
Yeah.
It's never been about kids. It's never been about the violence. It's never been about the systematic failures. None of that. Ask me what it's always been about for a nigga like Akademiks, a spineless, fat ass nigga like Akademiks.
His fucking pockets. nigga.
Pockets. Money. That's all it has ever been. Let me tell you something about this nigga Akademiks. Akademiks, DJ Akademiks will never, I repeat, ever be able to separate himself. He was like, even though Chicago is just a little part of my career. No, nigga.
Little.
That was
You
not a
will
little
you
part
will
of his
never
career.
be able to separate yourself from Chicago. And the reason being is because that is what made you. You are a dick-riding blogger, my nigga. That's it.
So the people who don't
Period.
know the history of Akademiks was Jubilee before Jubilee was Jubilee. And the reason why I say that is because Akademiks built his career off of covering gang violence in the city of Chicago.
Yes.
Making nicknames.
War in Chirac.
War in Chirac.
That's the nigga who popularized Chirac.
Yeah,
That's when he
he's the
first
nigga who
started
got
off.
War in Chirac. He did Chirac demons. He basically will give stories about random people who are beefing, who someone killed someone, gang violence, whatever, and just giving like backstory on it and making it like it's blood sport. Which is what Jubilee is. It's that slop content
it
where
is. Yeah.
it's something bad that you probably shouldn't be watching, but it's addicting to watch, so you keep watching. That's the same shit with niggas like Trap Lore Ross. I know because I used to watch him. He's like a white nigga. I think he's British or something. And he makes in-depth videos about gang violence and gang associations in these inner cities. The problem is, and the problem that's always been with this type of content is that Akademiks has never had a stake here. He doesn't actually give a fuck about the people on the ground involved. He isn't actually raising awareness to try to end gun violence, to try to end gang violence. He hasn't talked He hasn't talked to anybody on the ground who's leading this. There are niggas in Chicago right now walking in O Block in the most dangerous parts, trying to bring unity and peace.
Shout out to shout out to Young Will and the Unity people.
We see y'all.
We see
Shout
y'all.
out.
We shout out to them.
Ask what Akademiks has done one fucking time for the people he made content on for 10 years.
No, this is what he did, right? These niggas bullied a 5,000 donation. I think it was like 5 or maybe probably less than 10,000. 5,000 donation out that nigga for like something in Chicago.
Gang.
And he thinks that's it. That's
Gang.
Bro.
What JJ brought up about the Jubilee shit, that's a perfect example. A lot of people are gonna sit here and a lot of pussy niggas that have never seen nothing, never been nowhere, etc. Gonna sit here in this nigga comment sections and be like, y'all niggas killing. You can't expect people not to report on it. Y'all niggas killing. In the same breath of the Jubilee shit, where they be pulling Nazis in.
They're Nazis
y'all niggas
there.
don't say that shit about them niggas.
Y'all niggas are hanging people.
You know what it is, bro.
Them niggas are doing all types of
You
crazy shit. That doesn't mean that you need to make bread off of their existence.
What are we talking
for
about?
the hell of it?
Bro, Ak was never reporting.
Never.
It was instigated.
Never.
The fact, bro, let's talk about it. The fact that niggas are still talking about this, and G Herbo literally said on an interview that you should donate, is a direct reflection of the effect you've had on Chicago from the start.
And he
tries to play it like he did.
You was instigating the entire time.
The entire time.
And mind you, the audience, as a black man, your audience was white niggas.
Yep.
White people.
What fucking college did this nigga go to again?
You are a tool. You are a condom. You get used, and then you are useless. Period. That's all it is.
Nigga. This big titty ass nigga got a fucking bachelor's degree in biomathematics, and you're covering and instigating Chicago gang culture.
This is
and
not
being like it was
you.
no problem.
Mind you, you're not CNN.
This is
you're
not you.
ABC.
You're
Go
not
watch
even
the
investigating.
videos. Do y'all think that this nigga was on the ground? A shameful
Exactly.
evening today. Some other tragic stuff just happened. These guys down the block. You know,
No.
we gotta bring
You're
it.
not
No,
even-
he was
This
these
nigga was
Chirac
like-
demons back at it again.
You
He
know
need to get his
what?
get back at it
You
again.
know
with
why
these
he said
Chirac
it like that?
demons.
Because you knew that would make you blow up.
Yes.
And you got too deep into shit that was not about you.
You're not even genuine in your own fucking reporting. Stop acting like niggas are supposed to take you serious, fat nigga. No one is taking you serious.
What did that nigga Freddie say, bro?
Fuck out of here. What that nigga Freddie say? Bitch ass nigga.
Grab his titties.
And you's a bitch. You been a bitch. Vic Mensa called you a bitch to your face.
Yeah.
Didn't say a goddamn
Didn't
word.
say a
What do you
goddamn
mean by
thing.
that? What do you mean?
Oh
do you mean by
God!
that?
I
Where's
wonder
the
why all
context
these
behind that?
people with influence in Chicago don't like this nigga.
I know it don't got nothing
Alright,
to do
bro.
with it,
And,
bro.
and you
But
know
I'm
what
just
these niggas like to say too? Bro, whoa, G Herbo, he hasn't done anything. Well, let's read this, right?
True. G
Herbo has actively contributed to his Chicago community through various initiatives, primarily focusing on youth development and mental health.
Schools.
He purchased and transformed his former school, Overton Elementary, into a multimedia center and incubated for creative skills like audio production and videography. Additionally, he launched Swerving Through Stress, a program partnered with organizations like NAMI and InnoPsych to provide mental health sources.
So
including
I
therapy.
want to ask you, because academics and
So he's
everybody,
done shit.
Academics and everybody are cut from the same cloth. It was like the Aiden Rosses and Neon.
Shitty cloth, the shit that you wipe
the
your ass
shitty
with.
cloth, the
Yeah.
shitty cloth that we just kind of assumed is cool because everyone gets to laugh at the N word.
Lame
apparently,
niggas.
for the last
Lame
decade.
niggas. Lame niggas.
I need y'all to each pay attention. What have any of these niggas done for actual people? Anybody?
Anybody. Themselves.
what?
They mama.
This nigga Ak be on here lying.
He be lying.
He literally
Just
spreads
says anything.
Says
Propaganda.
anything, sucks dick rappers that don't even fucking like you. They
Drake
just
has
want
not
that
liked this
nigga.
nigga
What's that nigga name that got fucking stabbed that was saying that shit about Kendrick? What's that nigga name?
Top, yeah.
You
top
had
five.
him on your shit, and you were encouraging and being like, yeah, that shit right. Talking about Kendrick left for specific reasons, initiating
in New
beefs,
York.
putting shit. That's
You're
what
a
you've been.
shit starter.
You have been doing.
You
You're
were
a
a
shit
shit
starter.
starter.
You are a main character on Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
Shut your dumb ass down.
Now,
like
if top 5 were to perish because of that knife incident,
you don't care.
you don't care.
It's just because
You
it's
don't give a
clicks.
fuck.
don't
It's
care.
serving your purpose, nigga.
Yeah.
What's the
Serves your
instigation
purpose.
shit?
Serve your
Just look at
purpose.
another
Your
fucking
pockets, bro.
Maybach. I
Stop.
promise you, this is the thing though, right? Ak is gonna find out this, fat ass nigga. Listen up. You gonna find out, my nigga. 10 years, 15 years, you're going to look around you and nobody going to be around you. Why? Because no one has ever made a genuine connection with DJ Akademiks. No. You've never made a genuine connection in your life. You fat ass nigga. You are a shell of a human, my nigga. And it's all of that shit going to come out regardless. All it is, bro, is temporary prosperity, my nigga.
And that's what-
temporary prosperity has allowed you lame. It has allowed lame niggas an avenue on the internet to be lame niggas. And that's cool. That's fine. But I promise you that shit is not gonna last forever, my nigga.
It's
I promise
not,
you.
bro.
And when your bitch ass die, my nigga, nobody's going to remember you, is going to look at you, is gonna revere you. None of that. You are a shell. You are shitty.
Why did
Period.
Why didn't Neon do the press run? Why did you do the press run? Because you were falling off. Because you were
Niggas know,
doing
bro.
dumb shit.
Niggas know, bro.
And this is why I like that used condom.
You are a used condom.
Because it's like, bro, all these niggas that you've been with, they use your platform because you got the biggest hip hop platform.
Yeah.
Keep it real. You got the biggest hip hop platform. But after that, nigga, Fuck out of here, nigga.
Fuck out of here, nigga. You throwing that bitch in the toilet, nigga.
And that's the
Flush that
crazy-
motherfucker down the
Think about
toilet,
the
nigga. Fuck you talking
6ix9ine
about?
shit that was happening and how much he was instigating with different niggas. And I remember that era, bro.
How do this nigga
Just
have any
end it.
credibility? If
I
you
was
are
gonna say. Me personally, I'm like, I grew up in like doing online political speak. You kind of like learn to not like attack people for like their appearance. I don't need to say you have charges, bro.
You have charges.
Fuck you being fat.
There's
Nigga, you
a-
have charges, bro.
There's
like,
a video of
you
you
have
screaming at a
allegations,
girl.
dog.
You,
This
the
nigga's
only
never,
time I ever
this
seen
nigga-
Hack get hot with a nigga or with anybody is when he was screaming at drunk women when he was drunk. That's it.
When he was on Fresh and Fit
That's
and then
it.
at the mall.
And the
When
reason-
left
yeah.
off bad and bougie with Vic Mensa,
and the
you was
reason
sitting there
why,
like a good bitch.
and the reason why, like I specifically have a hard tone against niggas like this is because it's not just them. I don't give a fuck about Akademiks and what he's doing on a day to day in particular. It's the impact, like I keep saying, that these niggas have had on the world. Yes. I feel like quarantine is one of the greatest things that has not been fully studied.
Yes.
It needs to, because
We gotta do a
that
whole
shit is-
episode on
that shit is-
quarantine one day.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it set us on so many different pathways. And when you let people like this fester, it fucks everything up. And it can show how niggas are kikiing about, like, I still can't get over the Kai Cenat N-word, like, from the Aiden Ross manager thing. I genuinely,
that
I
shit is
want
like,
to talk
crazy.
about
how
this.
we allowed,
We allowed
I
all of that.
understand.
We didn't have to go like too detailed with this Hulk Hogan shit, but there was just one thing that like actually really bothered me with. I don't know if y'all know.
He's
who
our final example before I get into what I want to talk about.
Do y'all know who Rampage Jackson is?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah.
UFC
I know the
fighter,
nigga,
big
yeah.
ass UFC fighter. He
just
fought
says
John
whatever the
Jones,
fuck
everything.
he
He says
wants.
whatever he's on Kick. So he was on Kick streaming because he just started streaming. And he was talking about, yeah, bro, Hulk Hogan died, rest in peace. He was like, I know he, and then I think he said the hard R, I don't know, but he was like, I know he don't like niggas, but he was like, he liked me. He was like, I was his favorite nigga. He was like, I was looking at his daughter. I was like, I couldn't crack her looking at her face, talking about
Yes,
his daughter.
master.
He was like, I'm not trying to disrespect the dead.
TT.
Nut nigga. Nut nigga.
John Jones must have kicked you in your fucking cranium to the point your shit loose.
CT.
I can't, bro.
CT.
I
Nut nigga.
can't.
CT. That's the, oh yeah.
CTE,
So
bro.
for those of you who don't know, well, everyone should be clued in to the whole Hulk Hogan situation. Basically, people have been, the usual suspects are like, oh my God, I can't believe we're not saying anything besides great prayers and reverence for Hulk Hogan. And then there's the rest of us who live in reality. It's like, wait, didn't that nigga say the hard ER like a bunch of times unprompted?
Yeah, didn't he say like his daughter, he was mad at his daughter for dating
a
like
black
niggas? Didn't he say like he would only allow it if they were like rich?
Yep.
And that's the only excuse
So
for
my
dating
thing
a black
is,
person? What
so
the fuck are we
my
talking
thing is
about?
like, y'all obviously don't care about anything, right? Trump is president; he's damn near a pedophile. So I'm like,
Casually saying
it's
that
just-
he
it's
remembers
just-
when
it's just-
Epstein was
it's just a
recruiting girls from
goddamn shame.
Mar-a-Lago.
It's just a goddamn
I didn't
shame
have the
because
privilege to go to
I didn't have the privilege to go to his island.
What
switched
are
off.
we talking
But
about?
and the reason why is because when we don't have like the common understanding to know that like, yeah, it's just a shame because so many of the people who act as though they're so like they're actually not racist. We actually don't condone that. That's so not cool. Are the ones who never give a fuck actually when it hits the fan. The ones who are like, we should be killing all these predators and these Democrats are doing all this bullshit. When it came out that he's in the Epstein files, we just don't give a fuck. You niggas will literally talk a big game and not stand on the principles because you niggas are indicative of the problem. If you are the racist one, it's very easy to be like, I don't like racism, but also I'm not the racist one.
Let's be
And
honest,
I feel like the thing that the whole Hulk Hogan situation, Aiden Ross, Neon, the same group of niggas, academics who've kind of perpetuated this underground background shit, which is why we're wondering how Nazis could ever exist. How the fuck during Germany could someone
Giving them niggas
do
a
that
platform, bro,
XYZ.
not checking their comments and nothing.
Like,
bro.
this is why I say we need to study quarantine because y'all don't understand what this shit, what we've been laughing at and okaying with this whole decade. And we're wondering why younger people are more towards Trump somehow. And yeah, this is the reason why. And it reminded me of Jubilee because Jubilee's been in the news.
This our doom.
Yeah, this is our doom.
Doom of the day.
Doom of the day.
Doom of the day. So
Transition
Jubilee's been in the news recently, right? And I decided I wanted to craft like a whole thing about this, going back to like just proving the point of a lot of this radicalization happened during quarantine, and there's a lot of shit that we have to like stop letting pass. So when I was learning this shit during quarantine, it was like maybe 2021, I had debated somebody right? And I debated him about Kyle Rittenhouse. His name's Kai Clips. And at the time, I didn't know. It's funny.
That was the time.
Yeah.
So at the time, I didn't know who he was. But Kai Clips is pretty much like Nick Fuentes version 2. He's one of them ones. He's one of them like Nazi types. He has like 10K on Instagram. And this is the last time
Now?
he'll ever get. Yeah, now. Mind you, this was like years ago.
That's a fall off of hell.
He didn't start.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you didn't even start.
You want to see me pick back up? Where'd I leave it at? You didn't even get that bitch on.
Nigga, what did I miss?
What did I miss?
What did I miss? Before we continue,
So,
in my free time, I like to go through Joshua's like
Old videos.
and I like to click on the people that he fucked up.
Yeah.
Nigga, every time I click on, page gone. It's like a graveyard of niggas. Like,
It actually is, but past a certain
yeah.
point. So Kai Clips was one of them ones where I debated him on Kyle Rittenhouse right after. Everyone should know who Kyle Rittenhouse is. It's the nigga who went to Wisconsin
Weak-ass boy.
and killed some people
That
or whatever.
was
And then he got off with it.
Yeah,
Something.
AR, you know.
Yeah.
Casually
as you
crossing.
do.
So I remember at that time the online right was up in a frenzy because they were trying to get in this technical battle about whether or not it was illegally crossed XYZ, and it made a lot of Nazis come out the woodwork because they were like, we get to finally define this white person who killed some people at this B11 thing. So Kai Clips comes out and he debated me, and I remember the only thing I remember from that debate was I wasn't as prepared as I wanted to be. And he said nigga. So
He did say nigga.
Let's play the clip, the first clip. This is the TikTok that I made about that situation. This was also the chat. Monkey emojis.
Chat, monkey emojis in the entire chat. I remember.
So yes, I've experienced it.
That was legitimate footage from the chat of a debate that I had recently. Now, while I was aware it was happening at the time, I wasn't aware to the extent at which it was happening. Oh yeah, not to mention this also happened.
That he was going to kill him if he was alone. Do you believe that there was a reason for Rosenbaum to say, and
So,
I,
do you-
quote, shoot me, Nick, to
I
other
cut it,
people
but he
in the
said
group.
it.
Whoa, okay, hold on. Okay, I understand that it was a quote, but
Well, yeah, and
first,
if you hold
on. I understand. Yeah, and I had a problem. Okay, well, first of all, I had a problem when Rosenbaum said it. Second of all, because you're quoting him, I also have a problem with you saying it too. So let's get that straight. First, secondly, when it comes
I'm quoting
to
a guy that you're defending, though.
I'm not defending. At what point did I
This
defend
part isn't
Rosenbaum?
as important, but
Or did I? No.
Keep how he keeps trying to interrupt.
Did I
It's funny
defend
'cause
Rosenbaum?
it's funny 'cause it comes so full
Did I
circle.
defend Rosenbaum, or did I say that the likelihood that Kyle might have started the aggression could deny his claim to self-defense? Which one of those did I say? Now that we got that out the way, I'm about to eat through your shit. The first thing I'm going to do is defend you a little bit. I understand that in that second clip it was a quote, which is exactly why I said such at that moment. But not only does a white person who is now fucking dead not justify you saying it on live, you look doubly stupid when you realize that it had nothing to do with him being shot or Kyle's self-defense claim. Which means you made the conscious choice to employ the genius rhetorical strategy of saying a racial slur for no discernible reason. And while that was supremely stupid and I took issue with it initially, I kinda did let it slide. When my chat becomes this, and this, I realized, no, this is a you problem. And in your defense, you did apologize privately. But if your political positions, your ideology, and the ideas you push for are leading your fans to believe that that's an okay thing to do in the chat of a black person because I'm debating one and I have a disagreement with them, I couldn't give less of a blue fuck about how bad you feel about it. But I will give you this one, you're unhinged. And your fan base is unhinged. Now, you don't gotta give a damn what I say, but just know shit like this is exactly why I want to see ideologies like yours laughed into irrelevance. Now, whether or not you personally see or address this video doesn't really matter to me. You'll probably end up misconstruing what I'm saying here, twisting it 78 ways to Sunday, which go watch the full debate if you want to see more of that. But as public figures, we give people the right to view how we conduct ourselves, you know? Our debate's public information. Your use of that word is public information. Those comments are public information. Your apology was private, but that's besides the point. But you know, I thought I'd show them. Now, I do respect you for jumping in the debate ring with me because it takes a lot to get out there and defend your ideas. That's about it. Use this video for introspection.
Yeah. And where is he at now?
I was gonna say, wait.
Where is he at now?
I ain't gonna lie. Gang, we at the gym. We might have to go get that nigga.
So I debated him, and one of the things that I found profound about the end of the video was that whole thing about it being public information. You chose to use that word. He did apologize. I screenshotted the apology because he tried to do some bullshit where he was like, yeah, I heard about what the chat was saying. I feel bad.
Heard about it, nigga.
And I was like, and I remember responding to him. Let me bring up the response because chances are if he sees this, he's going to want to try to get some clout. So I'm going to bring up the response.
He He makes videos?
Yeah, he still makes videos because we're gonna get into it. So I put he was like, sorry about
give it up, get a CD.
He said to me, sorry about the put the fries in a fucking bag.
Put the fries in a fucking bag.
He said, sorry about the chat too, man. I saw some of what they were saying and it wasn't good. I know you probably have got tough skin about it, but you kinda have to in order to do politics these days, but I still feel bad they were so disrespectful. I said I have tough skin, but
you gotta have tough skin when we're calling you slurs.
Yeah.
I get it,
And
man.
when I say nigga.
Yeah. It's just inevitable.
Just deal with inevitable. Yeah,
I said I have tough skin, but you should know that if you cultivate an audience who responds to a disagreement like that, you need to second check what message they take from you. The apology is appreciated, but there's no need to check on me. Check your messaging and your content. And the reason why
Did he ever respond to that?
I don't think so. Of
course not.
And the reason why I say that is because all of that shit is public information. The fact that he used the N-word, that it did XYZ, cool, right? And this is shit that was happening on these online chat rooms, especially during 2020 when everybody was on their computer. And you run into this conversation that we've been kind of teasing around this entire time where it comes to the paradox of free speech. I do believe that people should have the freedom to say pretty much everything unless they're hurting somebody, XYZ. But the problem is, when do you have to defend people's right to free speech by canceling out certain things that like people shouldn't be saying?
Especially
like if you allow,
with, 200 years of
if you allow hate speech, right? Yeah, everyone has the freedom to say anything, but in practice, that freedom is exercised by white people to lock up niggas. That's the problem. That's why there's limits to things like freedom of speech, and that's why it's always a paradox. Because yes, you do have to limit certain speech to make sure everyone has the maximum amount of free speech.
Yeah, especially in a country that was built off everybody not having the same exact fucking.
Yes,
I mean, look at
we were humans and shit.
Like
Come on,
exactly.
I mean, if you're still look at like everything we've talked about this whole episode, that is the direct effect of free speech. That's my no. There needs to be regulation limitations to that.
Not literally speaking, of course, but 70% of America thinks that free speech is calling me or is dehumanizing everybody on this couch, then it probably should not be an ideology that we're like, free speech. No, because it's not inclusive to everybody.
And I think that that's one of the things that like your free speech suppresses my speech. If I live in a world that's not going to socially persecute anybody for calling me the hard ER, then what speech do I have? My speech runs all the way up until the Klansman.
It's just
until the Klansman.
Until a nigga with the right political beliefs
gets mad enough and
I'm done for.
Exactly.
Because there's no protection under that.
For real is, bro, you hide behind that is because it's a ridiculous justification for what you want to say.
So,
be racist.
speaking of ridiculous justifications for what you want to say, so this comes back full circle because the other day I saw that Hasan went on Jubilee. And we've teased Jubilee this entire time because we're gonna get into. I'm gonna get into what ends up happening. But Kai makes an appearance. Imagine my fucking shock. What? I watched.
Wait, that was
Jubilee.
Kai?
Yes, I watched the Jubilee episode.
I didn't even know.
Hasan recently appeared on Jubilee, which is a YouTube channel that hosts like debates where they'll be like, they'll do surrounded. They'll have one person sit in the middle, they'll have 20 people with a political ideology, then they'll debate and make clips off it. I watched the fucking video and Kai Clips pops up on Jubilee. Now, let's begin with how the Jubilee episode went. Because we're talking about these dumbass ideologies that have been brewing in the background through niggas like Aiden Ross, Andrew Tate, Akademiks and everything. And we see that, no, it did not in fact get laughed into irrelevance. We're on Jubilee. I've been on Jubilee. We're on the same level. That bitch ass nigga has 10K followers. Let's go to the first clip of what happened when Hasan sat down.
Is that him right now?
No. This is the first Nazi nigga who got fired from his job after this appearance. Apparently, they said that Connor. They said that he got fired. He said he got fired after, but there were reports that said he got fired for something else and is trying to make it seem like that. And then he raised money anyway. I don't know what the fuck the truth is. I don't care. He's a Nazi. Go fuck himself.
I watched the whole hour and 50 of this, and I had no idea it was Kai Clips.
Before we get to him,
that is crazy.
So Hasan is a very respected journalist. He's British American, I believe. He's also Indian as well, and he is he's one of my favorite people to see. He's very I admire what he does because he's always really on it, and he's a strong advocate. He sat down with 20 what he assumed were far right conservatives. And this is pretty much how the entire conversation went, which is where we are today as a result of leaving this shit unchecked.
How would Connor's America look? What would it look like?
Well, quite frankly, I think we would deport people who shouldn't be here.
No, I didn't ask about deporting. What does the government look like?
What does the government look like?
Yeah.
I would say, quite frankly, it's under a sort of benevolent leader such as
Where does he
Franco.
come from?
It could be a kind of aristocratic class. Could be someone
Who picks the autocrat?
Frankly, the people. I mean, we could hold a vote on it. Kings
So
were
isn't that democracy?
Well, sure. You can have a vote to get to that stage.
And then no more votes afterwards.
Absolutely.
100%.
Wow. And if
You
that
can just see
autocrat
his
kills
brain.
you and your family, you're fine with that.
Well, I'm not going to be a part of the group that he kills because
How do you
that's the
know?
whole thing.
How do you know?
Carl Schmitt
Autocrats tend to
Carl
kill everyone,
Carl
even their own
Schmitt makes this
supporters.
point very well in his work. It's the friend-enemy distinction,
Friend-enemy
right?
distinction.
Carl
liberals,
Schmitt, the Nazi theoretician.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care.
Are you a fan of
ca-
the Nazis?
I frankly don't care being called a Nazi at
I didn't
all.
say that. I
Doesn't
didn't actually
matter to
say
me.
that. I said, are you a fan of the Nazis?
Well, they persecuted the church a little bit. I'm not a fan of that. But
What about the
you know,
persecution of the Jews?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
But
And
you
so
don't condemn Nazi persecution of the Jews?
I think that there was a little bit of persecution
We
and stuff
may
like
have
that,
to
which is
rename
bad.
this show
but-
because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you could say, I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am.
Applause.
1, 2,
Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone is on this.
That's where that's what the episode was. If you take nothing away from that episode, that was the episode. That nigga just sat down in front of Mehdi Hasan in this Democratic debate forum. We're just trying to get both sides. And he said, yeah, I think that we should have one election and then we elect a supreme leader chosen by God and then no other elections after that. And then he said, well, what if he kills you? What are you going to fight against it? He's not going to kill me. Leopards don't eat my face.
You know what it is?
They didn't reason their position. They didn't reason their way into being a Nazi.
Nope.
He said yes.
That's why you don't reason them out of it. That's why you don't talk to them. That's why you don't let them sit down. You didn't get convinced by logic and reason and rationality to think that you're going to elect an autocrat and he's just going to automatically choose to be on your side and everything.
All of it's
you dumb fuck.
anyways.
Yeah. He's
If we're gonna-
he's
if
a
we're-
sad, sorry ass nigga who sat on 4chan in them chat rooms during quarantine
Hell
thinking he
yeah.
hot shit,
Hell
just
yeah.
like Kai Clips. And now that ideology is on Jubilee.
Mind you, Kai Clips
And
gets
it's a whole
mentioned-
circle of those
Kai
people.
Clips gets mentioned in this by Mehdi Hasan, and it's even like Kai's one of the better ones. Like the
that's
whole
the game.
discourse on the entire thing was like, oh, Kai's one of the better ones.
That's the whole game because they take
better ones.
people like him who can sit down and be like, yeah, I'm a fascist, huh? That's the game plan. You just take the Nazism and you put a smile on it.
Yeah.
You make these
and you
people
like,
sound
oh,
dressed
edgy.
up, reasonable, smooth hair and everything, and they're saying the dumbest, most illogical shit possible. So, I include some screenshots about what happened after he said he got fired, which, I mean, fuck this nigga, I don't really care. We don't gotta look at them. I hope he never gets into the job anywhere ever again. Okay. But if we go to the next clip that gets played, I forget which one this is, the next one. My name is Connor. I was recently...
Yeah, this is the
So this is a clip with Kai Clips, the one that I debated a few years ago. Mind you, I've been on Jubilee before. So I know how they do this selection process. I got in the call with people. They were asking me all the questions because I had tried to be, let me start from the beginning. I tried to get on Jubilee for years.
Yeah.
I signed up for the newsletter. I signed up for the email, whatever. I was always trying to get on there because I was in my debate bag. So I wanted to get out there, see what I can do. They never had me. When you fill out a Jubilee form, they let you link like your social media account. At this point, I'd been applying to be on Jubilee since I had like 700K followers on TikTok. We're at this point. They didn't let me on that bitch until last summer. And then I was debating whether or not we should use social media.
Yeah,
right?
That's all it was. It wasn't no crazy.
So I think afterwards I probably got reached out to be on one of the surrounded things, but I declined because at this point it's like, okay, what the fuck are we doing? And I know that you have to at least have one brief call that you're talking about. I had to get like a connect who like put them on with my stuff and they're like, oh yeah, you should get him on here. You went in the doldrums and you found Kai Clips.
He has 10K.
I've been on that same program and he said nigga to me, to my face.
And you put him there. Y'all know what y'all.
What are we doing? We're losing the fucking plot.
What's crazy? I gotta pull up the stream. I watched like some of the clips, and I watched the entire thing on my own time, but I watched some of the clips on stream. And I'm watching the Kai nigga, and I'm like, I don't know why, but I'm watching this nigga, and I'm like, bro, I'm telling Chad I don't fuck with this nigga. I'm like, this nigga thinks he's so fucking smart. This nigga
That's so funny. Yeah. And you want to know what's funny?
No idea.
Oh my God, we
crazy.
We gotta engage with the ideas. Let's engage with the idea real quick. Let's see what bullshit he also said.
but you can't bring yourself to say so. We've been sitting here for several minutes. All of your friends have seen me ask you several times, do you agree that Donald Trump is defying the 1st, 4th, 5th, 14th, and possibly 22nd Amendments? Your colleague at least admitted that he's defying the First Amendment.
I understand that you came in here. What you are attempting to do is simply frame this conversation like you did with the first claim about Donald Trump. But then when anybody asks you any kind of question that presses you to the least degree
I answered. I said I would dismantle the Constitution, but I would do it constitutionally, not by executive order.
So what I'm trying to get to is to prove to everybody who's watching that what you care about is not the Constitution in what it represents or creates. You care about the Constitution only insofar as it allows you to achieve your political worldview. We agree on that.
No, I care about the Constitution
you agree with the
because I don't think presidents should be fascist dictators and violate the Constitution. That's what I'm saying.
You care.
And he is different. I don't think the president should have the power to lock you and me up if we write an op-ed that he doesn't like.
So
first of all, Mehdi, thank you so much.
Mehdi, I was gonna say, I've seen so many people talk about it. No disrespect to Mehdi. If there was anybody who I'd want to endure that and who would do the best job, it's probably Mehdi.
Mehdi, for sure.
But let's engage with the idea. Basically, the bullshit ass argument he's trying to make is that, and this is like a new argument that we're getting from like these fascist types, is that the Constitution, people who defend the Constitution and say that all the shit that Trump's doing is unconstitutional, only care about the Constitution to try to benefit their goals. And we agree. The Nazis also only care about the Constitution to benefit their goals, which is why we can do unconstitutional shit and violate the Constitution, because we only care about it. The problem is, you don't know what the Constitution is, because if you knew what the Constitution is, and that means, yeah, I don't like an amendment. That means that we have to try to amend the Constitution, which includes input from like 38 states, like 3/4 of the fucking Congress, there has to be majority like agreement, right? On what is happening in the Constitution. You can't just say one day we have the 14th Amendment, you're born here. The next day, you're not born here and you're not a citizen. You can't just do that. You have to have a process by which you do that. So, if I didn't like how the Second Amendment was written, right, then I could make the argument. I could get together with some organizations, put together the legal argument, try to get some reform in the Second Amendment. That's what that is. That's the difference between a nigga like me and a nigga like him. Because, yeah, I do think that the Constitution should serve the people. But you've decided with your one strong man, your one autocrat, that it's not serving the people. So I'm going to say otherwise. Going over the head of the entire founding of the country. That's the problem.
I want to add to that, and it's the general issue with the video itself. In a sense of, especially right now, people like that are dead wrong. Like you just said, like, bro, that's not right to
I don't think
take that away from
the thing is that, oh, I'm sorry.
What I was saying was, everyone knows this. So why is Jubilee platforming these people and then posing it as, oh no, it's just a conversation? No, I've seen clips of that, and these niggas were talking about you shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's
I was
not
gonna say,
a conversation.
We haven't even talked about.
Mind you, Mehdi said it was way more
that
they didn't put in the video.
Wait, it was way worse. Scroll down on that picture right there.
That one?
Yes, that one right there. You see what that shirt is? That nigga, that's the white woman who called the black kid the N-word.
Yes. That's the
white woman holding the white baby in the
y'all platforming these niggas.
Bro,
they found them.
Bread.
Y'all waiting crazy. Niggas made a shirt of her. She called a child the N-word.
And they raised her $700K.
Raised her $700K.
And then he put on a shirt, and y'all put him on that show.
And you see the shirt with your own fuck vetting. You're looking at it.
Kai tries to make the argument in the middle of this. He's like, "Oh, y'all say that you're for free." He makes the free speech paradox thing that I was talking about. Y'all say y'all for free speech, but you just said you wouldn't talk to other bro because he's a fascist. What political statement do I have to respect? What political opinion I have to respect of a nigga wearing a shirt who called a kid the N-word? Let's really put it on paper. What policy positions are we arguing? What political discussion are we arguing? What nuances are we discussing?
No.
She walked to a park, called someone the N-word, he put on a shirt. What am I nuance discussing with?
And
nobody.
Or a nigga that looked me dead in my face and said, you shouldn't be here.
Yes. A nigga looked Mehdi in his face during this.
Multiple
just because he got mad and was like,
right? It was more because he said
they cut it out.
When they was cutting it out, he said it was much more crazy shit they said. He couldn't even say it because he was under NDA.
Yes.
Yes.
NDA.
NDA. Can't even fucking say what
They
were
cut
saying.
out everything that nigga said. I don't think the nigga with the shirt spoke in the episode.
Yeah.
And he was like a racist.
He said it. Mehdi said on an interview with I think like the Bulwark or some shit like that. He said everybody spoke. Everybody came up there.
Yeah.
We only saw a few people come up there.
Because it was that bad.
It was that bad.
We're in the doldrums of the internet finding high clips.
He said the people that were
that nigga.
He said the people that were there.
Down to fight that nigga, bro.
He said the people that were there, including his security, stuff like that. It was that bad to where when they were leaving, they was like, it was almost remnant of like they walked into a Klan rally. That's how bad it was.
Bro, do you know what Jubilee came
They should have
from?
Jubilee
Niggas
like boxing matches.
They should have Jubilee nationalized.
Jubilee came from like
fucking public forum. Give me your fucking company. What are we doing?
You know what
It should be
started off? You know, we were watching fucking challenges on this shit when it really started off. People having their first kiss.
Yeah.
People talking with their ex. Now we got a whole bunch of Nazis.
It turned into Jubilee wanted to do a conversation about eugenics.
What are we talking about?
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Or what are we talking about?
One Christian versus 50 gay people? What the fuck are we talking about?
They had Michael Knowles against 50 gay people. Michael Knowles is a nigga who
Another
played.
nigga you debated.
Another nigga that I debated who like played. I'm pretty sure he played like a gay role in a movie one time. And just sits down and waffles anti-gay shit against people who are gay.
Bro.
I'm supposed to argue my humanity to you?
Like, what is the point of that conversation?
I feel like we've lost the plot. Yes, understanding that these people out there exist is one thing, but I know that they're out there, and I hate these people. That's why I don't talk to them. Yeah, you can have your 4chan message board. I'd rather you have that than be on fucking Jubilee expecting me to take you serious.
That was a lot.
Why are we not treating these people like how they're supposed to be treated?
Reject.
Nobody on that episode. There were maybe one person who was like, yeah, I don't think that Trump should have deported Mahmoud Khalil or something because that violates the Constitution. And they immediately threw their flags up. Nobody in that room is serious. Nobody in that room should have their opinion respected. Nobody in that room is about it. And I'm not going to say shit to nobody in that room in a debate sense because you're too fucking stupid.
And do you want to
like,
know
I don't know what else to say to you.
That's what's so bad about it? They know they're not serious.
They know they're not serious. They know they're stupid.
It boils down to I just don't like the minorities. That's just what it always boils down to.
The perfect video, right?
Weak wrist shit.
The perfect video for Jubilee would have been he sat down with all those Nazis, right? As soon as they talk, they go on mute.
Doesn't matter.
Or the perfect video would have been like, hey, this dude is starting to talk about a fascist dictator that killed hundreds of thousands. This dude started to talk about, I don't care about being a Nazi.
So we're leaving it on mute.
So we're going to remove you from this episode.
I would have rather seen 100 niggas versus a gorilla on Jubilee.
Yeah.
I'd rather see the niggas face get fucking ripped off than watch that.
Yeah, real shit.
Real shit.
In conclusion,
them niggas need to be muted.
This is the biggest like point. This is the biggest point that I thought about last night when I was like thinking about this. I'm like, okay, bro. This is why people say that capitalism like leads to shit like authoritarianism, like fascism and everything, because the profit incentive goes too far unchecked, and when the certain people control that money and they want to give you a reason to be mad at all types of shit or whatever, they'll do whatever. They'll say whatever. Niggas eating cats and dogs, all type of shit, right? Mm-hmm. The thing that I want niggas to take away, people like Druski, people like Hasan, people who are niggas or people who are minorities who are going to be feeling the brunt or who already are feeling the brunt, is that ha he he let me get my money, not speak on anything results in Kai clips.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not you want to think, I'm just laughing, having a good time. Check what you're doing that for. We laugh and we have a good time too, but we don't enable Nazis.
You don't.
If Ye is inspiring Nazis to come on your live stream and you can't strongly condemn Nazism, what do you think that helps?
You know what that does for a nigga like Kai? Gets his platform up to those same Nazis that support.
I'm sorry. We have a sitting Congress member who remember Al Green, the one who's actually been trying to impeach and like do all types of shit. He was like he needed to take a drug test.
Yeah.
And him and other like members of Congress like Al Green, but not Jasmine Crockett's, all types of need to take a drug test. Let's see if they'll put. He didn't get there because we blinked one day after Obama and it was oh my God, now racism's back. No, it was a gradual decline that makes it more and more okay for the right to move further and further to the right, regardless of what the fuck they do. And yes, Kai Cenat, and yes, Druski, and yes, fucking Akademiks, and yes, Aiden Ross. You contributed to that because it made you a bag.
You created
I'm so sorry.
It's like, bro,
I'm so sorry.
That's like the thing that irritates
Now
me.
tell yourself you don't care about that.
We talk about the shit, even the shit with FaZe that's happening right now with Silky and them and all of them niggas. All of that shit, with Wendy Ortiz, all of the shit that's going on with them and that
it goes
entire
back
situation
to
goes back to it.
It goes back to the Sydney Sweeney thing too. There's a reason why shit like that is okay nowadays.
You created
fucking get your head out your ass and understand where we are right now.
You gotta really understand that this entertainment industry is filled with majority of those racist people that just like to see us sing and dance and say ha ha, don't really like dive down into shit.
If you really put it on paper.
When you go through that and you're actually in the industry and you make videos and you start to see all those comments about that weird shit, you don't just blow that off. You gotta address that shit, bro.
I'm so tired.
You gotta address that shit. Or it's gonna fester into something that
you never
can't
see the
control.
value and why you need to address it if you focus on it.
I mean,
I'm so tired of niggas with fame and money always running from your consequence, bro. It doesn't matter.
And you want to know what the problem is because y'all niggas got the game fucked up. And I'll finish with this. The one thing that you should learn from this Trump administration is that you actually do have a lot more leeway to stand up and do some shit and nothing will actually happen to you. Make something happen to you then.
Fuck them sponsorships, nigga. Say something.
All these celebrities, you're big enough. And this nigga Trump started as a celebrity and then got elected and has said whatever and you niggas are holding your tongue. You know the paradigm's fucked up when we're talking about we gotta rebrand the name socialism. And these niggas have open fascists getting elected. Stop acting like you don't have the motion that you do. You niggas always have motion when it comes to the Bentley, when it comes to the bag, when it comes to the Balenciaga, but you never have motion when it comes to that shit with Tone.
Fuck them brands, nigga. Say something.
That shit with Tone, these niggas was like, oh, Target came to us first. Stop bullshit.
You had a choice.
What are we talking about?
You know what happens?
Millionaires.
You know what happens if Kai Cenat and AMP says no to Target?
Everybody
they make millions this year.
They make millions, and guess what? Someone else comes and picks it.
Walmart or someone says, "Hey, I ain't gonna lie, we need you over here." Boom. They could, if anything, they'll media circuit the other way and say, "Well, Kai Cenat and AMP decline offer from Target and take another offer here," and boom, you've made another million.
Dude, and
shut the fuck up.
Or Walmart could hit up Kai Cenat and be like, "Yeah, we want you here," and then you'd be like, "All right, I'm only gonna work with y'all."
That's what I'm saying.
Could you imagine?
It would flip in that exact way. The same thing with Silky. Silky sat there and you perpetuate. You have an audience, right? And you perpetuate these ideals throughout your audience. Back to the shit with Akademiks and the whole grooming shit. Silky dumbass was sitting there. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's just how niggas are. It's just how niggas are. It's just how niggas be. Okay, cool.
That's that cancer that's gonna kill him.
Now you get to another situation with Wendy Ortiz, and now niggas is calling this woman. Niggas is calling this nigga a torta. Niggas is calling this girl a torta because she had a pregnancy. And then you have niggas on your stream saying shit like, oh yeah, she gonna get fucked. She gonna get that. Yeah, this how you get here.
Yeah.
Because months and months and months of allowing niggas in your chat to say whatever the fuck you want to say.
These niggas be developing cancers for themselves.
Yes, for themselves. And then you sit here at Silky and cry and say, I don't know why it's all these people on my back, bro. Just let me be me, bro.
Forgive me for not believing that it's not it's not a stretch to think that like if you don't understand the concept of woman might have a little skin loose after giving birth to kid, that like you would then also say that like Angel Reese is a monkey. Like maybe it's not that because it's not like you're thinking logically.
That hard to get.
If you were thinking logically, then you'd understand that like pregnancies happen.
Yeah, it's not.
But
that
we're
hard
not
to
even
get
there.
Bro,
that's why you're in hell right now.
You just said something perfect about the cancer shit. Going back to the Tone thing, you genuinely. The reason why you picked that Target deal, because we're talking about the biggest streamer in the world, and you're in a house with some of the biggest streamers in the world, and y'all saw that price tag, y'all chose no alternatives and made a cancer for yourself, and y'all was like, you know what, let's do this Target shit, knowing damn well everything that could have happened. This whole episode, we've been talking about, I'm not perfect, but this whole episode, we've been talking about so many alternatives that these niggas can fucking take to actually
and
make
we don't
something.
have it like you niggas.
No.
We don't have the bread.
Oh my God, Act got more money than us, guys.
Oh no!
And
you
what are you doing, nigga?
Fuck out of here, bro.
What are we talking about?
You know what it is? It's not hard, gang.
It's
especially
not.
when you got the bread.
Especially when you have resources.
You pay a nigga to think this shit through. If you're that fucking stupid, you can pay a nigga to think for you. That's how much money.
But no,
got
but the one thing you're gonna think about is
nigga. Like
bullshit.
The only thing in your mind is flexing that Urus and taking that. These niggas Target don't like niggas.
Niggas pussy.
Bro, y'all have so much resource and connection to find. So y'all got Travis fucking Hunter as an ambassador.
The thing is, it doesn't matter on an individual.
No.
For all y'all who preach individualism, hyper individual, it doesn't matter individually as long as I'm getting my money, as though your actions don't have consequences.
Shit Gilly just said?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, bro.
There's something.
That individualism shit.
That's what it is, bro. It's
fucking killing
It's
us.
going kill. Like
Killing
y'all are
us.
bullshit.
And bro, I don't care.
That's what's allowed content creators in general to detach from their fan base because they're making money. They don't have to care about what the kids are thinking. They don't have to care about their influence. They don't have to care about what they're putting into the world because I'm making money. And at the end of the day, I'm just getting my bag. You can either watch it or you watch it. If you don't fuck with me, you don't gotta watch it. You don't even understand what the fuck you're doing.
Because if shit hit the fan, that money is still not protected.
Because
not protecting.
You know what it be, bro?
At the end of the day, these niggas built your weak ass up.
These niggas don't keep themselves in fucking line or check.
Hell no.
So the point you get there and you're so out of touch to the point Target has said they don't like niggas. And you're like, you know what? How about an all nigga household?
How the fuck am I supposed to believe that you partnering with Target is not political? Given
what are we talking about?
There's so many places to do skincare brand through, and you did.
And knowing them too, it's like I don't really think Target's the only people that hit them.
No,
Doechii is one of the biggest black woman artists out there. Your dumbass thought it was a good idea to laugh at what she was saying.
Kai hasn't even had Doechii on stream yet.
Y'all niggas are pawns.
Kai ain't had Doechii on stream yet.
That's criminal, by the way.
Y'all got all that bread. Go get that. Go get that
That's
fucking.
the thing is that it's never. It's always not political, and that precludes you from even like being able to think one iota. Because you would have someone like a Doechii on your stream.
I thought he was the hip hop mogul, the hip hop fucking.
No.
He ain't even had Doechii on his stream yet. He hasn't had Kendrick on his stream yet.
On a Grammy.
Different places.
Because
we know those lines.
Aiden Ross.
Yeah, exactly.
Ross,
we know those lines.
Different side of the internet.
Niggas not going
We
over
are
there.
on a different side of the internet now because we had to make this in response to that bullshit.
On my mama. Real shit.
Bro, all that money bound jewelry. Get that studded dog collar, nigga. Let them niggas walk.
In conclusion,
wait till we
these people are pussy. And also
I think every episode ends with these niggas pussy.
we need to start treating these like ideologies like the threats that they are.
Yes, rejects.
I think that's the first like jam shirt we do. It's just you niggas pussy and then a jam tag back. I think that's
that would be hard as fuck.
As written.
But thank you guys for. One could say jamming with us.
Jamming with us. Nice,
the jam.
It felt
None of
so
us made that as a
good.
plan.
I don't know. It felt so good sitting on this couch again, bro.
Yeah,
It does.
I've been missing
I
y'all.
really missed
It's
it.
been great being
I was a
back.
little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. Cause
No, shit myself.
This was
But
our
I knew
first this was our first bye week, but it was our first week where it's like I don't know. I was nervous to like get back into it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's been a lot that we've been dealing with, especially off camera too. So
yeah,
it's
there's been a lot
like-
of shit going on
It's
behind.
super cool getting us here and still do this each week. But we have, before we get out of here, we have one comment that we want to do. Hashtag JaamTalks. If you still want to talk to us on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, any platform you're going to comment on the jam. If you want us to read it, leave hashtag
Please,
JaamTalks.
hashtag JaamTalks. Have to. I want to talk about this, but I don't want to get too deep into it because I low-key feel like we should do a whole episode about this. Or like a whole bag work or something like that. I'm going to read this. This is from a girl in my community. Shout out Jelly. Can y'all talk about unconditional love? I was in What You On Mass Stream type shot. And we all got a little for real. One chatter was saying he hasn't felt unconditional love in a while. My immediate thought was I don't give unconditional love. As a collective, we just follow some decorum to receive a continuous pour of love. The decorum stops, so will the love. I told Matt the same thing when he was expressing support. What is your perspective and how do we begin the conversation that love doesn't carry all? Do you believe in unconditional love? This does not have to be specific towards relationships as a couple, but family, friends, colleagues, etc.
This could be a whole fucking.
That's what I'm saying. So I think let's answer let's answer. Do you believe in unconditional love? We'll cap it there, and then we can
do like a little bit of why, but we
can turn around. And touch it. Y'all believe in unconditional love?
Do I believe in unconditional love? I don't think I do. No.
Nope.
And the reason why is because I think I view love as this, not the same, but similar things like respect, like care, like all types of other shit that you'd want to feel for a person. I think that's conditional on if that's reciprocated. Like I don't know which starts.
I feel like
I don't know.
so many other.
Yeah, it's conditional on a lot of things, but I don't know
things.
what comes first, like the chicken or the egg. But I do know that like I don't think it is possible to love somebody unconditionally, because that means that like
You never know.
even if they didn't love you, even if they disrespected you,
Yeah, if they
still
cheated
love-
on you,
I don't believe in that. I think that's a path to self-destruction.
Yeah, I think and I think it's a fantasy that we live in that it allows us to feel more comfortable within love, because obviously love is one of those things where you're vulnerable. You're making yourself super vulnerable, so it's very comforting to be like, oh, me and my partner love each other unconditionally, or I that's the viewpoint I want to have about my relationship. The bottom line is, and the sad reality is, it's just not true.
I don't want to logic or like love, in my opinion. I think it's
hot
both
take.
things.
I think that. I feel like unconditional love is for like niggas that be like abusing people. That's what
What you mean?
So it's like, whether if it's mentally,
like a manipulation tactic,
or physically, it's like, okay, you
like
do something to your
utilizing.
partner,
Okay, I got what you're saying.
and then unconditional love.
I feel like if you are that person, say what you gonna say.
I was going to say, what I don't want to go too in detail with it, but I think like believing in unconditional love is like a very dangerous thing.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, bro. I think. And it's so crazy because it's like romanticized. It's like the unconditional love. All unconditional love to me and conditional love is just boundaries. That you don't really want to say.
And sometimes boundaries are under rugs and things like that you don't know yet until things present themselves.
And I think a hot take. I think I'm gonna make people mad with it, but I think that unconditional love is kind of like a lovey-dovey version of love that a lot of niggas like to hold on to, like as an expectation, which is how it can be dangerous, because that means that implied in that
can't do none.
That means that implied in that it's like you're kind of like, you're minimizing those boundaries. It's like it should be unconditional, but it's like, okay, what behavior do you let slide? I don't think that that's love.
I feel like
really
people love has rational calculus to it too.
If it's really unconditional, it don't matter what that nigga or shorty do, you gonna still love them.
And what you were saying is, back to the abuser thing, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, I think it genuinely is like if it's utilized by that person, the manipulator or the person in that relationship, like depending on what your power structure is, I don't know, I don't care. If it's utilized by one person in a negative way, it can be very, very manipulative, because I'm telling you, regardless of what happens, regardless of how you make me feel, regardless of anything, our love has to be unconditional. You have to always like regard me as this person, or you have to respect me in this way. And I feel like if you're not secure in who you are, you start to spiral very fast off the same exact
I seen a video.
Ideals.
This one lady, she was like, oh yeah, me and my husband, we've been together for like 5 to 6 years, and he cheated how many times, and all we had to do was pray to God.
No, that's cold. You're coping, bro.
It's cold. And I was gonna say,
God, like, damn,
bro. We talk.
Shit.
Stand up, please.
Y'all are stupid.
That's 6.
7?
God,
shit. What
he fucking my doing wrong?
I think, I was gonna say, I think there was a time in my life where I did. I think there was a time in my life where Jesus Christ. I think there was a time in my life where I did believe in unconditional love, because I thought but I was 18.
I think what it is, bro, is like, y'all niggas talking about unconditional love and conditional, bro. If it's like a respect thing, like there is no unconditional love.
Right.
And
There's
if
always
it's something that's, if a person is disrespecting you in a way and you're like, nah, it's just, I gotta love this person with conditions, and
I think everything should be conditional.
Everything is conditional. Because if someone goes past that respect, then at that point, bro.
I was about to say I unconditionally love my dog, but no, if that nigga bite me, shit. Just
I love that nigga ate so much. Let that nigga lick me in my mouth. You're get
you heard what that nigga Kendrick said when it was like, I cut my granny off. You don't see how I see. That's one of them things. Is like, hey, if the behavior is abusive, like there'll be love.
At the end of the day, love is that
like,
action. I always say that shit, bro. Love, it's an action, my nigga. And at the end of the day, if you are not showing me that you love me, if there's not an action there that is reinforcing the idea of love, don't tell me I should have unconditional love.
Because that sounds like is you gotta settle.
What are we talking?
Settling. I had unconditional love for Anthony Edwards, and he fucked my partner. Nigga, you're fucking me up. That's not respect. Nigga, that's when I started believing
With that,
this shit
thank
not
you,
real.
ladies and gentlemen.
That shit not real,
For
nigga.
watching it.
Love ain't real, nigga. Fuck that. That's what is, do you know how much money I've lost?
You need to condition them bets. Thank you guys for watching another episode of The Jam. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Where can they find our personals? Where can they find
I know,
our
where the
personals?
personals? Say the personals
you
in
can
Jam.
find-
Fit check.
Oh shit! Yeah. Wait. Are we?
Are we gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it after we wrap up. Let me do the outro again. With that, thank you for watching another episode of The Jam. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can find us personal-wise. J William J or J William J8 on all platforms.
You know what I mean?
AB the artist everywhere, you feel?
Yeah, know what I mean?
If you fuck with the brand, you can go to Soho Studios. But if you want to see a pretty nigga, you can go to It's Alan on
Yeah,
Instagram.
so shit,
It's Alan on
and then if you want to see the other pretty nigga on the couch, man,
look at what we talking
The other
about,
pretty
The
nigga. What
other
y'all
pretty
trying to
nigga.
say?
I'm stuck.
Wow.
This nigga said,
I'm hit. Other pretty nigga, you go to What You On, Matt, you know what I'm saying? Live every night, you feel me?
Thank you guys for the love and support that y'all been showing us. We're about to hit 16K at the time of recording this. We're about to hit 30K on like Instagram, probably like 25 something on TikTok. I don't even know where we're on TikTok.
Are we famous?
So we might be famous, guys. Thank you for everything. And have an awesome day and night wherever you may be. See you guys.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you finna sit here and not do
Need
shit?
to
Like,
eat. I know you're not subscribed. Click it.
Cool.